to be on the team or to be a depth player, to be an early call-up, or just a nice little, here's what I got before you send me back to junior. So there's still, this won't have the intensity of a regular season game, but there will be some players out here tonight that certainly want to make a good impression.
All right, let's go to Ford Keys to the Game, brought to you by Ford, the official partner of your Edmonton Oilers, built Ford proud. What do you got?
Well, I'm going to say the same thing for the final 4 games of the season. After seeing what happened to Drew Doughty, after seeing what happened to Patrick Laine, stay healthy. There's 4 exhibition games. Find your hands, find your timing, find some chemistry, but most importantly, stay healthy in the final 4 games.
Great stuff. That's our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. Bryn Griffiths and Rob will have the intermissions for us. Special thanks to Eamon Hashem as well as Angie Cannell back at the 630 CHED studios. And there's 3.5 minutes to face off. Cam Moon will have the call up next on Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Headquartered in oil country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
It's game on at City Ford.
Ford employee pricing is ending soon. You pay what City Ford employees pay on over 500 new and used vehicles.
Save up to $16,000 with employee pricing discounts. Plus, take advantage of finance rates as low as 1.99%.
Score employee pricing on your new or used Ford today and spin and win a TV, Costco card, iPad, even a trip to Vegas.
Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across oil country, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make oil country a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
country.
McDavid,
Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The preseason continues tonight. Seattle is in town. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer. We've got Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Jack Michaels, all part of the Oilers Radio Network. Oilers and Kraken here at Rogers Place, and our starting lineup brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, Connor McDavid with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. On defense, Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. In goal, it's Calvin Pickard. For the Kraken, Matty Beniers in the middle with Jared McCann and Ryan Winterton. On defense, Riker Evans and Will Borgen. It's Philip Grubauer in goal. Referees, Carter Sandlack and Pierre Lambert, Kyle Murchison and Justin Johnson. They're on the lines. We drop the puck. We're underway here at Rogers Place as it's flipped down into the Seattle end. It'll be icing against Edmonton. 14 seconds gone here in the first period. Seattle with a 3-1 win last night in Seattle against Vancouver.
And a lot more of their A guys going last night. But they do have Matty Beniers going. He was the Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. Of course, they had the big season where they're a top 5 scoring team a couple seasons ago. Then they dropped off last year. And it was lack of productivity because they haven't kept the puck out of the net a lot.
Shot from the slot by McCann. Save made by Pickard. The puck into the corner in the Oiler end and up the right wing. Peeling it off the boards was Hyman to the middle to Bouchard. Now to Ekholm, back to Hyman. Comes into the Seattle zone. He'll shoot it. Kicked out by Grubauer. Nugent-Hopkins in the left wing corner. Around to McDavid to the blue line. Didn't get a lot on it, and McCann's able to get it out. Get it across to Winterton. He'll shoot it in. Pickard's got to stop it. To the left wing corner for Ekholm. Just underway here. Oilers and Kraken here at Rogers Place. Puck dumped into the Seattle end. After it, Olofsson, he'll go cross ice. Yanni Gord, now to Cale Fleury, up the left wing, chopped into the zone by Cartier. It goes into the Oiler end, and it's Gord after it on the right side. Puck gets played around on the left. Olofsson in from the blue line. He'll get it out, and a shot and a save made by Pickard off of Cartier. Olofsson will keep it in to Gord on the left wing. Left wing corner for Ty Cartier. Back to Yanni Gord. Wrap it back to the right point. Fleury not there. Couldn't get to it in time. It goes down the ice. Oilers will make a change. Minute and a half gone here in a scoreless first. Fleury out of his end. Pass up the middle. Glances off a stick. Melanson dump it into the Oilers zone. Glove down by Derek Ryan. Over to Gleason, and Ben Gleason will get it up the left wing for Edmonton. Now Ryan in over the line, across to Lavoie, the shot, and a save by Grubauer. He steers it over the glass. Minute 50 gone here in a scoreless first period.
Well, Raphael Lavoie trying to get going here. We thought he was going to play in Winnipeg. He got a little bit nicked up in practice, knocked himself out, but he's back in there. It's part of the reason why I think Ethan DeYoung ended up getting the game, and Lavoie just healed that attempt on a quick little interior pass for Mike Hoffman.
Lavoie now with that shot on net now has 12 shots on net already here in the preseason.
Well, he's got a shooter's mentality.
Doesn't he, though? Off the draw, puck poked out of the Oilers zone. Or out of the Seattle zone, down over the Oiler blue line. It's Lavoie across to Kemp. On the right wing for Hoffman. Didn't have a lane into the Seattle end. Now left side to Gleason. Stops up. Shot from Hoffman from a long ways. Misses the net. It'll rim and come out. Bouchard back into the Oilers zone. Up the right wing. That's where he finds Matt Savoy. St. Albert product will dump it in. Peterson, left wing corner. Up against the boards with Fleury. It comes free. Olofsson from behind his net to Fleury. Up the right side to Melanson. He's able to get it out for Seattle. At center ice is Philp. He'll bring it right back in. On the left wing, Philp waiting. Cross ice pass. That one blocked by Fleury of the Kraken. They'll put it through the middle. It's going to go all the way down, and it will be icing against Seattle.
Well, this is the first time we've seen Lane Peterson play left wing. He's a right shot. Traditionally, centers that don't play centers, right shots end up on the right side. They got Savoy over there, and I have a feeling we might see Philp with Savoy down on the farm for Keith Gretzky and Colin Chalk to start the season. But Philp's still here. Not bad for a guy who didn't play all last year.
He's done very well.
And it would not surprise me if he gets the game Monday against Vancouver as well.
Puck brought in on the right wing, and the shot off the right side by Stevens. Hits a stick, goes wide of the Edmonton net. As it comes loose, and it's Hyman off the right wing boards to McDavid, in over the line to Nugent Hopkins. Scores! Ryan Nugent Hopkins finishes it off. It's 1-0 Oilers.
Well, the Oilers top line, Zach Hyman with a chip up the right side boards, and McDavid skates into it, creates a 2-on-1, and Ryan Nugent Hopkins has got a terrific shot. You wish he'd shoot a little bit more on the power play, but he just ripped that one high blocker side. Edmonton at the lead.
Nugent Hopkins open through the middle, and McDavid with a perfect backhand pass right upstairs on that blocker side. That is 3 minutes, 8 seconds into this first period. As Nugent Hopkins makes it 1-0 for the Oilers. Preseason action here at Rogers Place. Oilers in the Kraken. Perry in on the right wing. Blasts his shot. A save made by Grubauer. He's going to hold on to it.
Well, as you know, Grubauer signed that big deal.
And then had injury issue last year. Kind of lost the number one job to Cord.
You take a look at Grubauer's numbers all time in terms of the save percentage.
9-11?
It's 9-11, but he's been sub 900 each of the 3 years. I mean, that's hard to do in Seattle. I think they thought they were getting a little bit better than that.
Puck stays in the Seattle zone. McDavid and Hyman get the assist. Puck put towards the net, and it goes into the slot on the right side. Morgan's trying to get it out. That doesn't get out. And up the left wing, puck cleared, and it's McCann. Cross to Morgan, now to McCann, into the Oiler end. Whistles a shot on net. Glove save made by Pickard. He holds on.
Reminder, stay tuned following the game for the Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance goal of the game. Health, dental, travel. We've got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca.
Faceoff will be to the right of Pickard. Pickard last year, 12-7-1 with the Oilers, a .909 save percentage. Went 1-1 in the playoffs as well. Derek Ryan to take the draw against Gord. Gord kicked out of the face-off circle. We'll see a Brandon Tanev come in there to take the draw. 1-0 Oilers lead. We're here in the first period. Gleason sweeps it up the right side. Gord wanted to center it. That doesn't work. Goes back to Gleason. Around the left wing boards. Cleared out by Lavoie. Long pass. Gord will get the puck in over the line. He'll get it across. Quick shot off the bar, and it goes wide by Cartier. And Lavoie will bring it out for Edmonton through the middle. Lost it at the Seattle blue line. Puck sent up the left wing for Ty Cartier into the Oilers zone to the middle of Gord. Now it comes back. Ripped on net, and a save made by Pickard. Is following it up and getting a shot through, and it was a good hard shot, but nice save made by Pickard as Ottavainen followed the play.
Well, you mentioned Ty Cartier, and he came up during the playoffs a couple years ago, an undrafted 20-year-old out of Sault Ste. Marie. He was good for the Kraken as they pulled off that first-round upset in 2023.
He's off to the left of Pickard. Sent near the blue line, but it's kept in. And now from the angle, a shot and a save made by Pickard. It was ripped towards the goal by Melanson. Ekholm can't get it out. It goes in behind the net. On the left, Bureau back to the point. Shot from the point by Olofsson. Tipped just wide. Sent in front of the goal. Philp forced into the corner for the Oilers. Off the boards, up in the air. Penalty coming up.
Good job. That's the third power play that Noah Philp has drawn for Edmonton here in preseason.
Slashing the call. Ben Myers goes to the box for the Kraken. Oilers get their first power play. It's brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at ATCOenergy.com. Face off to the right of Grubauer. 1-0 Edmonton, 4:50 gone here in the first period. David wins the draw. Bouchard to the middle. Left side, Nugent Hopkins now to McDavid towards the net. Centering pass. That one blocked, but McDavid gets it right back. Has it left wing. To the blue line to Bouchard. Now to McDavid. Into the corner, Nugent Hopkins. Goes in behind the net. Up the right wing for Hoffman. Hoffman across to Bouchard to Hoffman. Hoffman across the blue line. Down the boards to McDavid. Now to Bouchard. Hammers a shot. Pad save made by Grubauer. Booted it out with the left pad. Puck sent to the line and just out as Tanev cleared it. Right back in is Hoffman. Throws it in behind the net. It goes to the side of the goal. McDavid's trying to get it loose. It does come loose. Nugent Hopkins swings it back to the blue line. Evan Bouchard on the right point. Walks to the middle. Now to Nugent Hopkins on the right wing. To McDavid, to Bouchard, to McDavid. It comes down the left side to the blue line in the middle to Bouchard. Left side, McDavid. Cross ice to Nugent Hopkins on the right wing. To Bouchard. Over to McDavid on the left. Goes to the corner. Gives it to Bouchard. Now to Nugent Hopkins. One-timer booted out by Grubauer. 1-0 Oilers here on the first. Edmonton still on the power play for 45 seconds. McDavid to Nugent Hopkins to Hoffman on the right. Back to Nugent Hopkins. Went through his skates. It comes out. Pickard's got to come out and play it.
Good-looking power play. And it should be because it's 4/5 of the best power play in the league the last 5 years.
Exactly. Ekholm steps up to center. Snaps the puck into the Seattle end. Off the right wing boards, Raphael Lavoie. Savoy to Lavoie. Back to the point, but it's taken away by McCann. He'll bring it out. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Flips it towards the net. Bouncing puck into the glove of Pickard. 6:44 gone here in the first. 1-0 Oilers lead. Yeah, Oilers able to move it around well. Grubauer had to make a few saves. One offering from Bouchard in the slot. Hard shot.
He fought through that
He
one.
did.
Hyman was there for the net front.
Face off to the right of Pickard. Beniers will take the draw against O'Reilly. Puck goes near the blue line, and Podkolzin will get it out. Up the right wing, O'Reilly into the Seattle end. From the angle, this shot. And a pad save made by Grubauer, and the puck into the corner. 5-on-5, Edmonton 0-for-1 on the power play as Kemp keeps it in on the right point to Lavoie in behind the net. And shoved off of it by Fleury. Puck goes to Myers on the right side. Myers holds on. Now up the right wing. Gave it to Beniers. Taken out on the play by Gleason. Kemp gets a loose puck for Edmonton. He'll flip it down the ice, and it'll be icing against the Oilers. 7:23 gone in the first. 1-0 Oilers lead on a goal by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
This is the second game played on the sheet today. Earlier today, the Edmonton Oil Kings got their first victory of the season, a 4-1 win over the Calgary Hitmen. Always good when you can win the Battle of Alberta.
Always.
Oil Kings last year finished with 12 wins in their final 18. For a year and a half, they had the worst record in the Western Hockey League, but they picked it up down the stretch, and they're expecting to take a big step forward in the cyclical nature that is junior hockey.
Puck flipped out and down into the Seattle zone. Oil Kings did look good today. Gavin Hodnett, Adam Yeko, Miroslav Holenko, each with 1 goal and 1 assist. In goal, Alex Worthington had 33
their
saves.
best offensive player is still in Florida.
That's right.
It's Grayson Sachin.
You should be getting him back fairly soon, you would think. Up the right wing to center ice. Hoffman will softly dump it into the Seattle zone. Goes to the right wing corner, Derek Ryan. Back to the blue line. The shot and the save made by Grubauer. Blasted on net there by Dermott. The right wing, puck cleared out by Mahura. Josh Mahura grew up in St. Albert. Up the right wing, puck goes to Stetcher. He'll dump it into the Seattle zone. Shoveled around to Borgen on the right. Up the right wing to Myers. He gets wedged off of the puck, and it comes out to the neutral zone. As Peterson with a good play to get him away from it. Borgen turns in his own end for Seattle. Off the boards to Myers. Myers will come down the right wing. Play it into the Oiler end. Pickard to play it. It goes behind the net. Myers lost it. Bouchard for Edmonton through the middle. Gets picked off by Myers. Myers up near the blue line. Cross ice to Borgen. He'll shoot it on net. And the save made by Pickard. Puck bouncing in front. Oh, somehow Pickard kept it out. Now they score. Pickard with a couple of saves. They kept chopping at it in front of the Edmonton net. And the game is tied at 1 as eventually it went in and it looks like Jacob Melanson got the goal.
Yeah, that's a play that Evan Bouchard would like to have back. He had puck possession. Philp had gone low to support defensively, and Bouch turned the puck over, and they got not 1 but 3 extra opportunities. It bounced around, and they found the loose puck, and we are tied.
Yeah, that guy was loose in the crease for a while, and yeah, it looks like Melanson was the last one to touch it. Melanson played Coachella Valley last year, the American League affiliate of the Seattle Kraken.
He was a little feisty last year when we saw him play.
Yeah. Up to center ice, Gleason will drift it into the Kraken zone. It's up against the boards. And around on the right, and Borgen will get it out, down the ice. Ice in the call against Seattle. So 8:52, time of that goal for the Kraken to tie the game up. Melanson from Bureau and Myers.
You mentioned Brandon Bureau, and we saw him in Jasper in 2016 at Oilers Development Camp. Went on to play for my old Midge AA Center, the Southside Athletic Club. Guy Gadowski, the head coach at Penn State. For 4 years, he's been in Buffalo's organization. Of course, you know the connection with Terry Pagula.
Yep.
Penn State, he built their arena. The owner.
Bureau, a product of Sherwood Park. Played with Spruce Grove in the Alberta Junior League before his time in Penn State. A lot of local ties in this game. Josh Maher from St. Albert. We got Matt Savoy from St. Albert. Noah Philp from Canmore, but played for the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Puck goes into the Oilers zone. Dermott up the left wing. Now on the pass on the right for Perry. It misses him. It's going to go right down to Grubauer. He's got to play it. Sweeps it over to Fleury. High in the air. Will flip it out. Tied at 1. We're here in the first. Goes down into the Oiler end, and they will call that icing exactly halfway through this first period. You talked about Noah Philp earlier, and Bob, it's quite impressive for a guy that hasn't played for a year to step into an NHL training camp and be as good as he has been.
He's been good. There's no question. And even on that goal against there, I mean, Evan Bouchard has the puck in time and space. Now, another guy that's been good is O'Reilly. He's been mature beyond his years.
Yeah.
Very heady player.
Podkolzin. O'Reilly in the right corner in the Seattle end. O'Reilly just 18 years old. Puck comes out through the middle. Fleury on the left to McCann. Will get it into the left wing corner of the Oilers zone. And O'Reilly pushes it around. Podkolzin comes back to O'Reilly. Look at it off the boards, up in the air. Edmonton can make a quick change. As it turned up by McCann, he'll give it to Beniers. He'll walk in, he'll shoot it, and that launches off the stick of Bouchard, and it goes up and out of play. We got 9:29 to go here in the first. The Oilers and the Kraken are tied at 1. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't deep past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 1 here in the first, the Oilers and the Kraken. Tonight's Oilers 50-50. It's presented by Rogers. It's in support of every kid deserves a shot, shaping the future of kids across oil country throughout the transformative power of hockey and ensuring the sport's inclusive and welcoming.
We're at 200,000 now, Cam, for the jackpot.
I like it as it continues to climb. So get in on it tonight. 9:29 to go in the first, tied at 1. Face off the Oilers zone to the right of Pickard. Puck goes to Evan Bouchard. A little room up the middle. Left wing to Lavoie. Through the middle of the ice. It doesn't connect. Stepping up though is Ekholm. Now to Ryan. He'll bring it in right wing. Trying to get it to Lavoie. Instead it goes to Josh Mahura of the Kraken. Up the right side. Gave the puck to Stevens. He got it out. Stepping up on the play is Mahura. He'll dump it in. It rims over to the right. Stevens on the right wing boards for Seattle inside the Edmonton zone. Lost the puck. And it is brought out. And up the right wing. Hoffman will one-hand it into the Seattle end. Go after it in the right corner. Comes to the blue line. Kept in nicely by Kemp. He'll get it across to Gleason. He'll shoot it. And that one hit traffic in front of the net. Never got through. Puck flipped out. Down into the Oilers zone by John Hayden. Making his way up. Gleason up the left wing. Peterson did not touch it. That's icing against Edmonton. 8:32 to go in the first. Tied at 1. Oilers and Kraken. Nugent Hopkins scoring for Edmonton. Melanson with the goal for Seattle. Oilers got another preseason game here on Monday as Vancouver Canucks come to town. And the team will go to Seattle and to Vancouver to finish the preseason. The home opener is Wednesday, October 9th versus Winnipeg. Up the right wing, Savoy. Little bank pass for Peterson.
How's that not a penalty?
Now to Savoy. I don't know. Borgen
could have been 2 more.
His stick in half. We're going to kick it in behind the net. Rimmed by Evans. One touched out to Gord. Now up the left wing. Gave the puck to Tanev. In front to Gord. And that one off his stick goes out of play. And Pickard got drilled into the net. Philp was going hard back to the post.
This does not look good for Calvin Pickard.
Ran into Gord. And Gord hit Philp. Philp hit Pickard. And he went right into the net.
It's about 400 pounds worth of players that... I'm not sure how Will Borgen does not get a slashing penalty.
I guess because his stick broke and Peterson's didn't, I suppose.
A little bit of a pall in the building here.
You can see the look on the after the replay on Yanni Gord's face was, you could tell he did not mean to have Noah Philp run into Calvin Pickard. It looks like Pickard's going to be fine. We're going to take a break. 8:02 to go in the first. Tied at 1. The Oilers and the Kraken from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Have you ever thought about what's on the bottom of your sneaker that was jammed up between the grooves, just biding its time and waiting for the perfect moment to dig into your beautiful floor? No? Never thought about that? And you should never have to when you buy flooring made for life at End of the Row Flooring Centers. Right now, save on flooring that's made for spills, pets, and anything that life throws at you. And it looks amazing. Use our visualizer to see for yourself at endoftheroll.com. Find flooring for life at End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across oil country, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make oil country a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here at the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 1-1. Oilers and Kraken, 8:02 to go in the first period. Looks like Calvin Pickard's going to be all right. The face-off will be to his right.
So a little update for you on the OHL. Dallin Wakely, I think that North Bay...
That looks like an Olivier Rodrigue that has gone into the net.
Yes,
They've made the switch during the break.
Well, if anybody's going to know it, it's you. You're the goalie guy.
I'm a goalie nerd for sure.
Well, you were one.
Puck goes to Evans off the draw, goes to the left wing corner. And, well, there's a penalty. And it's going to be a hooking call. And it's going to go against the Oilers. And it looks like Zach Hyman's going to the box. So Olivier Rodrigue into the game. First power play for Seattle. Penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
So I was going to tell you, Dallin Wakely sent back to junior. North Bay traded for a pair of twin 20-year-olds. So he is going to get moved to, he's not played this weekend. This is a guy that had 40 goals and 100 points last year, back as a 20. And obviously, there's a big blockbuster coming in the OHL. We'll monitor that. He's the Oilers' 6th-round choice.
Puck gets cleared all the way down the ice. Yeah, it looked good in Penticton.
He had a lot. I mean, they didn't score a lot. He had a lot of other chances.
Sure they're going to get good value for him. Up the left wing, McCann in over the line into the Oilers zone. Back to Riker, Evans on the blue line. Go all the way across to Gord. Gord to the blue line to Evans. Comes down to the right wing corner. Now in behind the Edmonton net over to the left. Back to the point for McCann. He'll shoot it, and that's kicked out by Rodrigue. Got it with the right pad. First shot on net for Rodrigue since coming into this game. Puck around to the point. Evans on the right wing point. Across the line to McCann. His shot, and that one was blocked. As that one hit Troy Stetcher, and it is cleared out and down the ice as Nugent Hopkins got it out. Tied at 1 here, 7 minutes to go in the first period. Great to have you on board. Wherever you are along the Oilers Radio Network, we're here at Rogers Place. Evans inside his own zone for Seattle. Up the left wing. Gave the puck to Stevens. He'll rim it in. Goes to the right wing corner. Winterton was after it. Instead lifted up and out.
O'Reilly out there killing penalties.
How about that?
Yep. With Colson.
Fleury makes his way out for Seattle. Left side. Gave it to Stevens. Into the Edmonton zone. It goes to the right point. Shala on the right wing. Back to the blue line for Fleury. Cross ice pass. It goes off of O'Reilly. Shala put it in behind the net. Now comes back to the left wing. Vero has it left side, top of the circle. Near the side of the net. Winterton across the shot, scores. Edward Shala off the right wing. Gets it by Rodrigue. It's a power play goal, and the Kraken take a 2-1 lead.
Well, Shala was moved from in the OHL last year from Barrie to Kitchener, and frankly had very pedestrian stats for a 20th overall pick in the draft. Like, he ended up with 15 goals and 38 points in 49 games with 2 different teams, but he one-timed that one perfectly home, and Seattle has a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Shala just 19 years old. And at 13:50 of the period, the Oilers now down by 1. dumped into the Seattle end, but
coincidental minors here, Morgan and
yeah.
Hyman.
Morgan and Zach Hyman.
Yeah.
Well, Hyman goes right back into the box.
And I would say that Mr. Hyman's lucky that they even that one up.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
Interference and roughing. Morgan, again, we talked about this a bit. Might be keeping an eye on him. I mean, Seattle, are they a playoff team? I mean, I think everybody sees Vancouver and Vegas as playoff teams along with the Oilers in the Pacific. Does Seattle work? Seattle has a deep roster.
Yep.
Right? There's no question they have a deep roster. But if they fall out of it, is Morgan the type of guy that ends up in play? $2.7 million cap hit, right shot defenseman. He is a physical guy. He can defend. Gives you a little bit of offense. He's had a couple 20-plus point seasons. They've re-signed Adam Larson already. They've got Alexiak as well.
We'll go 4-on-4.
And then Dunn and obviously Montour. So you wonder whether or not it's pretty clear to me that, Riker Evans can be part of the mix. Look out.
Here's McDavid down the left wing. The shot in the right pad. Save made by Grubauer. Nugent Hopkins forced out of the zone. Puck goes to Gleason just inside the Edmonton blue line. Now to Nugent Hopkins. 4-on-4 hockey. Lots of room out there. Nugent Hopkins. Over to McDavid, left wing. Left wing corner to Nugent Hopkins. Now goes in behind the Seattle net to the right wing point. Bouchard. Left side to Stetcher. Gives it back to Bouchard. And the puck got turned over at the blue line. And Beniers will just roll it down into the Edmonton zone. On the left wing side. Stetcher to McDavid. Caught. Ottavainen lifted his stick, took the puck. Oilers make changes. Ottavainen into the Edmonton end. Puck goes to the left wing corner. 4:45 to go in the first. Tied at 1. Oilers and Kraken. Picked up by Lavoie. Comes out of Edmonton territory into the Seattle end. He'll shoot it. Stick save made by Grubauer.
That was offside. It's preseason for the linesman, too.
Dished back to the right point. Stetcher to Ekholm. He'll go down to the right wing corner. Stop up, bring it up the right wing boards to Stetcher as one-timer steered aside by Grubauer. Along the left wing is Lavoie. Stetcher's going to pinch in. Puck's up against the boards. Now jammed in behind the Seattle net. Tanev will take it back there. Oilers will make changes. We'll be back to 5-on-5 in 5 seconds. Mahura in behind that Seattle net. Up the left side, hit Borgen in the skate as he came out of the penalty box. It's loose at center. Hoffman into his own zone. Gave the puck to Dermott. Cross to Kemp. Up the right wing to center ice. Perry directed it into the Seattle zone. Cleared back out. Stevens chops it into the Oilers zone. Into the left wing corner it goes. Around to Derek Ryan. Ryan takes a hit. Puck comes loose. Stevens had to go off his stick for Seattle. Perry to the blue line. Stevens had kept it in. Kemp gets it out. Ryan's able to poke it into the Seattle end, and he'll go after it. It's along the right wing boards. Corey Perry, centering pass off the stick, bouncing into the slot in the Seattle zone, brought out by Hayden. Hayden gets over center ice, shoots it in. Shala with it up on the right wing, goes all the way across to Evans. He'll shoot a rising shot to hit traffic in front of the net. Along the boards inside the Edmonton end, and goes in behind the net. So Ekholm over to the left wing. Up to Perry, back to Bouchard, across to Matthias Ekholm. Skate down the left side into the Seattle zone, cross ice to Philp. Scores! What a goal by Noah Philp! And this game is tied at 2.
Wow, real good pass there from Matthias Ekholm, but you got to be able to finish when you get the opportunity, and Philp was able to elevate the puck. He fought through the check, beat his man to the hole, and lifted it up and over Philip Grubauer. Tie game.
Heads up play by Ekholm. Had to saucer that one across. Philp drove through the middle. Gets it by Grubauer. 17-17 of the first period, and ties this game up at 2. Phil just made his case a little bit stronger. Stetcher at center, left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Shoot it in. Rims on the right side. That's Seattle end. Veneers is going to get it out. Right wing to Winterton. Winterton picked up an assist on that second goal. He had a goal and a helper last night, and that went over Vancouver. Rimmed into Seattle end, and it's Winterton off the right wing boards. Get it out to Olofsson. Now skates into the Oiler end. Now to Beniers. It tried to pull to the middle. Couldn't get a shot through. Went off a leg. Stetcher. Left wing to Hyman through center ice. Gets in over the line. Cross ice to Nugent Hopkins. It goes in behind the net. Poked over to the right wing. Beniers can't get it out. Nugent Hopkins, left wing now. Beniers able to take it away. Off the boards, up in the air. Dermott bats it with his glove. Now, brought in. Ottavainen got it to the left wing corner. Comes around to the blue line. Ottavainen over to Mahura, left wing point. It's shot, and that one pushed away by the stick of Dermott and turned right back up by O'Reilly. Up to center ice for Corey Perry. Puck comes to the middle of the ice, but swept over to the left wing. Brought in on the right. Tanev to Mahura. Left side to Cartier. Over to the right wing inside the Oiler end, all the way up to the blue line. Does Ty Cartier on the back end, trying to get it low. Picked off by Ekholm. Across to Bouchard. Last minute here on the first. Tied it to the Oilers and the Kraken. Flipped into the Seattle zone. Morgan to Gord. And over the Oiler blue line. Puck taken away. Bouchard to Ryan at center ice. Ryan will dump it in softly to the right corner. Hoffman's in on the forecheck. Ryan in on that right wing. Got it up against the boards to Lavoie. Tried to get a shot. Couldn't get the shot. Puck goes near to the point. Bouchard will keep it in. Missed Hoffman behind the net. Ekholm pinches in on the left. Puck cleared out. Now brought in on the right side. Melanson tried to pull to the front, but cutting him off was Bouchard.
Oh, boy. And Melanson drew that call because he was going after Bouchard all shift, and Ekholm had enough and just buried him.
Yeah, knocked him down, and with 6 seconds to go in the period, interference call going to Matthias Ekholm. And Seattle will go on their second power play. They're 1-for-1 with a man advantage. Penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. That last one was Philp from Ekholm and Bouchard at 17-17 to tie it up. Before that was Shala from Winterton and Vero. That was at 13:50. Face off to the right of Rodrigue. Came into this game after Calvin Pickard got drilled into the net. Philp taking the draw for Edmonton. It's up against Matty Beniers. Puck goes to Stetcher. Stetcher on the right side. I'll just hold it up against the boards. The first period will come to a close. Oilers will be shorthanded for 1:54 to start off the second period.
Oh, an entertaining period to say the least. Lots of shots, lots of scoring opportunities for the two teams.
Looking at those lineups coming into the game,
it's kind of what I expected.
Yes, that it's relatively equal, which isn't always the case in the preseason.
Which we saw Wednesday.
Absolutely, where the Jets had a far more experienced team than the Oilers. But this one had the opportunity to be a game where it's very competitive, and it has been in the first period. From the Oilers' side of things, Bob, who'd you like in that first 20?
I was surprised how much Ekholm and Bouchard played. We saw that a bit before.
Oh, we can head downstairs as Brendan Escott standing by with Noah Phil.
Yeah, we'll start, Noah. Obviously, congratulations with the goal there, but just your overall assessment of that opening frame.
I thought we were back and forth a little bit. I think we can just be a little quicker defensively, and we know we have a lot of high-powered offense, so just try to get in their end.
You were a part of the high-powered offense, but I imagine it's the other intangible areas of the game where you're really trying to show the coaches that you belong here.
Yeah, exactly. Just being smart defensively and trying not to give up too much. And I think that's a big focus for me. And if I can do that, you get chances on the other end.
Well, congrats on the tally. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Guys?
All right, thanks very much. Brendan Escott downstairs with Noah Philp. But Bob, as you were saying, Oiler players in that first period.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Ekholm and Bouchard. Oilers didn't score in their power play. They had lots of opportunities, couldn't bang one home. A little bit concerned about Pickard. Gets run over there. We'll see how he does. And again, Philp continues to make his case. Made a couple strong defensive plays as well. It's interesting. You see Nugent Hopkins and Derek Ryan start that PK, just the communication, the ability to read and react. I mean, if you have Arn, and that's going to help Derek Ryan's case as well here. So it's going to be real interesting to see whether or not there's any deviation from what we thought in the summer once the decision was made on Holloway. And let's rephrase that. Once the trade for Colson came and we knew the inevitable decision on Holloway that Colson was most likely going to play with Derek Ryan and Corey Perry on the fourth line. Can anybody else work their way into the mix? Well, there's one guy making his case, no question about that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a goal in this one, as does Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for Edmonton, Melanson, and Shala with the goals for Seattle. Tied at 2 after 20 minutes here at Rogers Place. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown. They've got the intermission for you when we come back. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Fountain Tire, we love jingles. Get up to 25% off select tires.
Until October 19th.
Plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150.
Restrictions apply.
Book online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Think you can't go back to school because you have a family or a full-time job? Yes, you can. Northern Lakes College provides a supported distance learning environment, offering a guided learning setting that supports you to succeed and provides the flexibility to suit your lifestyle. Explore programs in academic upgrading, business, health, human services, resource technology, university studies, and more, including a wide range of courses available through continuing education. The education you want, the flexibility you deserve. NorthernLakesCollege.ca.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit HeavyMetalEquipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
CHED Edmonton. Get your tech on and tell your smart speaker to play 630 CHED. Edmonton's news. Today's talk.
A Chorus Entertainment radio station.
At Fountain Tire, we love jingles. Get up to 25% off select tires.
Until October 19th.
Plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150.
Restrictions apply.
Book online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Up to Perry, back to Bouchard, across to Matthias Ekholm. Skate down the left side, into the Seattle zone, cross ice to Philp. Scores! What a goal by Noah Philp! And this game is tied at 2.
There you go. That's the Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. There you go. Noel Philp. Hey, we talked about him, Rob Brown, on the pregame show. That was the finish on that was beautiful.
It was. I thought Noah Philp had a fantastic first 20 minutes. And unfortunately, he was involved with the injury to Calvin Pickard, but it was a very good defensive play that he came back on. There was a Kraken player driving the net. Phillips stays with him, gets a stick on, deflects the puck out of the way, saves the scoring opportunity. Later in the period, he scores a goal, almost the exact same type of play, driving the back of the net. He beats the defenseman to the net and scores a goal. And then just to add a little bit to his resume, with 6 seconds to go in the period, he's out there for a faceoff. He wins a faceoff.
Yeah.
So it was a very good period for Noah Phillips. He continues to try to impress the coaching staff here, maybe earn some NHL regular season games. He has certainly had a good exhibition season.
Well, with a little bit of U of A Golden Bear pedigree in there, I'm not surprised Bob's been raving about him for a few weeks here. But you know what? It just seems like he's getting a little more comfortable, a little more confident with every period that he's playing.
Yeah, and you look at the lines tonight, he's not being given NHL regulars as line mates. He's being given players that are also fighting for spots. Tonight he's playing with Lane Peterson and Matt Savoy, a couple of guys that are trying to make it to the National Hockey League level on a consistent basis. Yet at the end of each night, we're remembering plays that Noah Philp made. And I think that's key. When you're trying to be noticed, when you're trying to separate yourself from other players battling for the same position, you want to be noticed. And he has been noticed each and every exhibition game he's played, and it's always been in a good way.
3 for 3 in the face-off circle, so he's got to love that. So do the coaching staff, got to be impressed. And 6 shifts for him, so that was a good first period for him. You know what? Preseason games, for me, it's like you better impress me a little bit, just entertain me. I thought that was a pretty entertaining period.
It was, and Mooner and Bob talked about it at the end of 20, is both teams dressed almost half a lineup.
Yeah.
And what you have when you have half a lineup dress, you got guys that are able to put the puck back in the back of the net. You will have some mismatches on the ice because both teams have players that won't be in the National Hockey League this season. I think was a great example was the Nugent-Hopkins goal. McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins took advantage of a pairing on defense that aren't going to play at this level, and the speed showed that they aren't up to the task, because most defensemen in the National Hockey League aren't. But there were scoring chances both ways. There were some pretty plays. I thought it was quite funny, the penalty that Ekholm took at the end of the period. He went after that young kid, where is it on here? Jacob Melanson. Melanson and Bouchard went at it for about 20-30 seconds that period.
Then the big guy comes over.
And eventually Ekholm came in.
Yeah.
And Ekholm knew. He went right to the belly box. There was no complaining. He got his money's worth on that 2-minute interference call. But it's exhibition. It's sending a message. You know what, kid? Bouchard's a big part of this team.
None of that, please. Stay away from it totally. The power play. Wow, were they throwing it around? They looked like they were in November form.
Well,
which is no big surprise, but it was good to see. Very encouraging if you're an Oilers fan.
Well, it is, but
even though they're missing a guy too.
Well, if there's one thing you never have to fear, it's the Oilers' power play will be effective. It's they don't need work. This is one of those things that game 1 of the regular season, if that's the first time they play as a group, you know it's going to be good. They played with each other, all of them for 3 years, most of them for 4 or 5 years. The talent level is better than any in the National Hockey League. And tonight, even without Leon in the lineup, they move the puck around. And Connor just is the driver on that. He's so fast and intimidating the opposition. They just don't know what to do. So all of a sudden you hesitate a little bit, and that's where they get second and third chances.
Very quickly, Pickard obviously hurt, not in between the two benches at the conclusion of that period, so I guess we'll be watching for that in the second.
We will. It's one of those probably precautionary. And then you also wonder too if from upstairs, if the concussion protocol came into play, because he threw his head back and hit the ice. You want him out of the lineup to get checked up, and then between periods they'll make a decision whether or not he needs to come back or not.
Okay, Rob, thank you. We're going to take a break for a news update. Then we're going to come back. We'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. But the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. Back with more from Rogers Place right here on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. A coyote bit a little girl as she was playing outside in northwest Calgary late this morning. The animal was then cornered and shot dead by the responding police officers. It took place around 11:15 a.m. in the 100 block of McEwen Ridge Circle Northwest. Calgary police say the girl had puncture wounds to one of her arms after being bitten by the coyote. Neighbors tell Global News the girl's father had quickly jumped into action, kicking the coyote in the chest to get it off his daughter. And Muskratchee's RCMP say an arrest has been made after a man was found fatally injured on 6 Mile Road north of Highway 611 back in January. It sparked a lengthy investigation, with the victim now being identified as 25-year-old Wyatt Omisu. 24-year-old Shervain Saddleback was arrested today by the RCMP Major Crimes Unit and charged with second-degree murder with no word on a motive. News on demand at 630ched.com.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PV sent you.
Proudly headquartered in oil country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
The intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Brent Griffiths back here at Rogers Place. I got to tell you, it's 2-2. Pretty entertaining first period for a preseason matchup. Let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. These are all final scores. It was the Kings beating the Ducks 3-2. Panthers shaded the Hurricanes 5-4. It was the St. Louis Blues rallying to beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-2. And in overtime, the Flyers 3-2 winners over the Boston Bruins. Also, an all-Canadian matchup tonight. The Montreal Canadiens taking it on the chin, losing 2-1 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Another final score here, the Blue Jackets doubled up on the Buffalo Sabres 6-3. Other games in progress after 2 periods of play. It's all Predators as they lead the Lightning 6-0, while the Calgary Flames have a 2-1 lead over the Vancouver Canucks after 1 period of play. Here in Edmonton, it's 2-2. 2 between Seattle and the Oilers. And we had a Western Hockey League matchup played right here on this ice at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And it was the home opener for the Edmonton Oil Kings, and they came up with a 4-1 victory over the Calgary Hitmen. That was the home opener, but the season's already underway in the Western Hockey League, as most people know. So we'll be watching the Oil Kings, and obviously we'll be watching, what's going on in Bakersfield throughout the entire season. Once again, 2-2 after one period of play. We're coming back. The players are making their way back onto the ice. Second period is coming up at the intermission. It is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. Back with more from Rogers Place right here on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Chemco is building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority, it's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
It's a new era for Ford in Edmonton. Welcome to Big West Ford. Located westbound on Stony Plain Road just east of the Henday, Big West Ford is Edmonton's newest and most exciting Ford dealership. Whether you're after the legendary F-150, the powerhouse 350 Super Duty, or the adventurous Bronco, they've got you covered with exceptional selection and service right here in your city. Big West Ford, driven by you. Visit Big West Ford at 18208 Stony Plain Road or online at bigwestford.com. Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
We're getting ready for the second period of play. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. Oilers and Kraken tied at 2. That Oilers 50-50, it's presented by Rogers with life-changing jackpots. Current total right now, $213,000 and climbing. Our next lucky winner could be you. Buy your tickets now, edmontonoilers.com/50-50. Oilers shorthanded, minute 54 to go in that penalty to Matthias Ekholm. So the Kraken on their second power play, they're 1 for 2 with a man advantage. Drop the puck, we're underway here in the second. Riker Evans with it inside his own end for Seattle. Start up ice, pass up to Beniers, went behind him, goes into the Oilers zone. Rodrigue to the right wing. Puck got to the blue line. And it comes across to Evans. He'll shoot it off the shoulder of Rodrigue. McCann in the left corner to the point, but it goes by everybody and it comes out.
Riker Evans is really smooth. I know they have Vince Dunn, and they got Brandon Montour, but they got a third puck mover in the back end. This guy can make plays.
Now Podkolzin putting some pressure on, but it comes through the middle to Evans. Now to Beniers to shoot it off the stick of Stetcher. Gord around the boards. Peterson there for the Oilers. He'll get it down the ice. Grubauer will set it. Minute to go in the penalty. As the Oilers shorthanded, we're tied at 2. We're a minute gone in the second period. Up the left side. Bureau will dump it in, go after it, left wing corner. Get it back to the point. Fleury across. Shala went to shoot it towards the net, went off the heel of his stick, and now it gets turned over, and it's brought out by Philp. Down the left wing with O'Reilly. Cuts to the middle. Philp over to the right. In front of O'Reilly, but diving back was Fleury to break it up for Seattle. And Cale Fleury through the middle. To Bureau, to Fleury. He'll dump it in. Off the stick of Philp. Stevens on the left wing, top of the circle, to Bureau, to the blue line, to Fleury. He'll shoot it off the end boards, and it hit Rodrigue in the pad, and the puck goes back to the blue line. Fleury shot blocked. Shala has it on the right side, top of the circle for the Kraken. It goes to the right corner, to the point, but it goes by Fleury and out. Penalty over. Kraken 1 for 2 with the man advantage. Fleury out from behind his own net for Seattle. Up the left wing boards. Gave the puck to Tanev. Comes into the Oilers zone. Stops up top of the circle. Tried to cycle it low. That gets broken up. And it's Zach Hyman bringing it out. Hyman into the Seattle end. Goes to the right corner. Now over to the left. It's the left wing point. Nobody there for Edmonton. They're changing defense. And it goes down the ice. Olivier Rodrigue to play it. Right wing. An attack home. He got it out. Tanev will go back into his own end. Cross to Borgen. Borgen for Tanev. It goes by him. That's icing against Seattle. 2 minutes, 36 seconds gone in the second. Oilers and Kraken are tied at 2. Olivier Rodrigue coming into this game, 11:58 into the game after Calvin Pickard got run into in front of the net. Rodrigue, 19-12-5 last year with Bakersfield in 37 appearances. 50-year pro for Rodrigue.
Big step forward year last year for him. Really built some consistency into the game. But he's got a new goalie coach. He doesn't have his dad anymore. Sylvain Rodriguez moved on. And Kelly Gard, who was aptly named when he led the Kelowna Rockets to a Memorial Cup.
He was outstanding. He is part of the mural outside the dressing room in Kelowna. There is a painting of Kelly Gard on the wall.
And they were a defensive team.
Yeah, they were. Mark Habscheid, former Oiler, was their head coach.
Jeff Truitt,
assistant coach. Puck back to Bouchard. Went to shoot it, got blocked. It does come out, and it gets hacked into the Oiler bench.
Jeff Truitt was briefly during the 08-09 season the coach of the farm team, and then he got moved out by Steve Tambolini, and Rob Dahm took over for a year and a half.
Jeff now coaching Prince Albert Raiders in the Western Hockey League.
Which is where Kelly Gard
is
spent
from.
the last decade plus as a goalie coach.
And he's from there. Puck goes into the Seattle zone. Through the middle, just off the stick of McCann. Rodrigue comes out to play it. Rims on the left for Perry. Pinching down was Ottavainen, and the puck comes out. Mahura on the left wing to McCann. He'll dump it in. Tied at 2 here in the second. Oilers and the Kraken. Brought out by Podkolzin. Now to the middle of O'Reilly. Comes into the Seattle end. Goes over to the right side to Podkolzin, right wing corner. Now near the slot. The shot by Dermott. And the glove save made by Grubauer. Perry getting into it a little bit with Hayden.
John Hayden can fight. He's captain at Yale, but he can chuck him. And Corey Perry knows how to defend himself.
Oh, yeah. Corey Perry starting his 20th season in the National Hockey League. On a line with Sam O'Reilly, who's all of 18 years old.
And they both played in London.
And they both played in London.
And Sam probably should have a Memorial Cup as well as Saginaw pulled off the upset.
Yeah.
The Mem Cup Finals, the host team.
Face off in the Seattle end to the left to Grubauer. Puck to the left wing corner. Gord behind the net to Fleury. Now Olofsson up the boards. That doesn't get out. Now swept out by Gord. Chasing after it is Stetcher. It'll be an icing call. Stetcher had Cartier right on his tail all the way down the ice. Face-off will be to the left to Philip Grubauer. Grubauer now in his 13th year in the NHL. Derek Ryan will take the draw. Up against Gord. Shots 15-11 for the Oilers. Puck to the right wing point. Stetcher comes down the right side towards the net, but that goes off a stick and just wide. It was redirected by Ryan. He'll center it now. Lavoie will let it go. Just wide of the Seattle net.
And I love it that he shoots it right away.
Hoffman tried to shoot it.
No hesitation whatsoever.
Fanned on one as Gord's able to dump it into the Oiler end. Winterton after it on the forecheck. Gord to Winterton to Gord off the end of his stick. Following up, Olofsson centers it. It goes through the Oiler crease back to the right wing point. Fleury across to Gord. Gord with a shot. Didn't get through. Lots of traffic. Hit the referee. Puck goes back to the left wing point. Now over to Borgen. Borgen shot. Lots of traffic. And it's turned up and out by Derek Ryan. Left wing to Lavoie will shoot it. Blocker save made by Grubauer, and the puck in behind the Seattle net. Borgen goes to the boards, shakes off Hoffman. Comes out from behind the net. Up the right wing slowly. All the way over to Mahura. Left wing off the stick of Myers. It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Tied at 2 here in the second to Kemp in the right wing corner. Now around to Gleason. Skate down the left side, poke it into the left wing corner of the Seattle zone. Philp will get it around behind the net. The puck to the middle, but broken up as Melanson will get it out. Now through the middle to Myers. In over the line. Bureau, his one-touch pass is taken away by Peterson of the Oilers. He'll get it to center ice for Phil. Now on the right. Here's Peterson. Will shoot it. Save made by Grubauer. He's going to hold on to that. 5 minutes, 18 seconds gone here. In the second, we're tied at 2.
A little bit of an exchange between Lane Peterson and Riker Evans. Not much developed after that.
Faceoff will be the left to Grubauer.
Where did that one get Carter Sandlack?
Oh, man.
Well, he started off a soprano and he ended a falsetto. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Got it right in the Sandlax.
That's painful.
Oh,
feel for him.
He shook it off. Off the draw, quick shot, and that one was blocked as Ekholm will keep it in, but Hyman had an opportunity right off the face-off, and the puck cleared out down the left side. Tanev into the Oilers zone, stops left wing, puts it towards the net, scores. Rodrigue went to play it, and as he went to play it, it goes off of Hayden and in. And Seattle's got a 3-2 lead. It was a pass going in front of the net. I think Rodrigue hit his stick, and then it hit Hayden and went in the net.
Well, Hayden drove the net there, got inside positioning on Nugent Hopkins, and Rodrigue just couldn't. I think he'd like a little bit better puck play with the stick there. Is that fair?
He directed it right into Hayden. Yep. 5:32, time of the goal. As John Hayden will get credited with that. It just hit him up high after the redirection off the stick of Olivier Rodrigue. A 3-2 Kraken lead as the puck dumped into the Oiler end. Ekholm behind the net, rims it. Borgen in from the right wing point. Keeps it in. Beniers after it. Dodges the hit from Bouchard, but then lands up taking a hit on the play from McDavid. It's in the corner in the Oilers zone. Winterton can't get it in front of the net. Glances off of Hyman. Hyman up the right wing. Unable to get it by Borgen. It goes in behind the goal. On the left side, Nugent Hopkins to Ekholm. Stops him behind the Edmonton net. 3-2. Seattle leading. 5:32 time of that goal by Hayden. McDavid in on the left wing. Stops on the left wing boards. Up to the top of the circle. Coming in from the point, Dermott. Dermott centers it. It goes off of Hyman. Jams it to the net. And it was kept out by Grubauer. Holds on to that. We're going to take a break. 6 minutes, 24 seconds gone here in the second period. Kraken lead the Oilers by a score of 3-2. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Proudly headquartered in oil country, country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
All games, all season.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. 3-2. Kraken lead the Oilers. John Hayden with a goal at 5:32 of the second period to put Seattle ahead. Face off in the Seattle zone to the right of Philip Grubauer. Sam O'Reilly, Oiler first round pick in 24. He's going to take the draw. Puck goes to Fleury up the left side to Tanev. Missed him with it. Stetcher banks it to center ice. Gord comes in. That's offside. Seattle will have to tag up. Oilers start a rush. Stetcher through the middle. Center ice. Rips it in. Gets into the skates of Fleury along the left wing boards. Corey Perry. Sam O'Reilly in for Edmonton. It goes in behind the net. Olofsson to Fleury. High in the air and out. Banked in by Tanev. Back for it. Stetcher. Got it to the left wing side. O'Reilly gets it loose, but has Gord on him. Back to Stetcher. To Perry on the left. We'll go cross ice. Podkolzin coming up the left wing, and now we'll dump it in. Oilers will make changes. Adavainen behind his net. Up the right wing. That's too far for Hayden. That's icing against Seattle. 7 minutes, 16 seconds gone in the second. 3-2. Kraken lead. You think about Sam O'Reilly. A year ago at this time, he would have been just trying to make the London Knights.
Yes.
Played his first full year in the OHL last year. Now, a year later,
They are the London Knights, though. I mean,
it's true. They're deep. They
don't tend to be cyclical in terms of their junior. They're not a rebuild and then they just keep reloading.
OHL champs last year. Through the middle, Cartier can direct it in.
I would say Quebec City and maybe London are the Portland used to be that team for a while. The West.
It's more cyclical than the West.
Yes.
Kemp, right wing to Hoffman.
So what you're saying is some other programs might cheat a little bit more?
I'm not saying that at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that. Puck out to center ice. Shala on the left side to Mahura. Tried to shoot it, went off a skate. Goes wide of the Oiler net. It's in behind the goal. Over the left wing, Derek Ryan. To Matthias Ekholm. Off the right wing boards, gets gloved down though. Melanson will center it. Save made by Rodrigue. They got redirected right in front of the net. Myers got his stick on it. Shala was in there too on the offering from Melanson, and Rodrigue was able to cover it up.
Tell you who Melanson reminds me of. Samuel Blaze.
Oh,
you know what I mean? He's got a little bit of an agitating presence out there.
Face off to the right of Rodrigue.
Blaze might be a little bigger than Melanson. But Melanson is not timid.
Puck back to the point. Evans across. The one-time shot and the save by Rodrigue as Borgen was able to lean into it. Rodrigue saw it all the way. We'll do it again. To the right of Olivier Rodrigue. No Calvin Pickard on the Oiler bench. It hasn't been since he got run into in the first period. Puck goes to Bouchard. He'll flip it out. Glove down by Borgen up the right wing. Bureau had to go off his stick. Now Ekholm to Philp. Clears it out. Evans to Borgen inside his own line. Back to Riker Evans. He'll come up through the middle. Gain center. Now into the Oiler end. Down the left wing to Myers. Goes in behind the Edmonton net. On the right to Bureau. Hit him in the skate. Comes back to the point. Borgen over to Evans. Shoots it wide of the net. Picking it up there, Lane Peterson for Edmonton. To Bouchard, will get it just out. Now Philp into the Seattle zone. That goes in on the offside. We get the whistle. 8:58 gone here in the second.
Don't know how much left wing Lane Peterson has played in his pro career. Can't be an easy transition for a guy that's played a lot of center and a lot of right wing.
Well, that's where he is tonight.
You do see a lot of Russian players that like to play the opposite wing?
Not particularly. I wouldn't say that's anything that stood out, but dumped into the Oiler end, so Rodrigue, the snatcher off the boards and out. Onto it, Hyman coming down the left wing. It's dumped down, penalty coming up as Gustav Olofsson took out Zach Hyman along the boards, and the Edmonton Oilers are about to get their second power play. Oilers 0 for 1 with a man advantage. That power play is brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Well, first time the Oilers had a power play, they didn't score, but they did generate a lot of opportunity.
They were unlucky not to have scored in that power play.
They get the number one unit out there, which is McDavid, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins, Hoffman, and Bouchard. Mitchell Stevens has taken the draw for Seattle. Puck goes to Grubauer, played it behind the net. Now Nugent Hopkins recovers it for Edmonton. Back to the point to Bouchard. Left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Into the corner to McDavid. He's going to cut it in front, knocked off his stick, pass across, a one-timer, and that was blocked by Borgen.
Wow.
As Hoffman let it go off the right wing. Puck goes to Bouchard. In the middle, over to the left side for McDavid. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Picked it out of the air to keep it in. Gets to the middle of the ice. Nugent Hopkins still with it. Mike Hoffman, right wing corner. To the blue line. Bouchard, one-timer kicked out by Grubauer with the right pad. On the blue line, Bouchard. Across to McDavid. Wanted to get it low to Hoffman. Puck gets to the corner. Borgen will sweep it between.
I got time for Borgen. I don't know about you, but he's a good player.
He's been good tonight, for sure. I think he's very good. Now Bouchard comes wheeling out of the Oilers zone. For Hoffman, 3-2, Kraken lead here in the second to McDavid. Got it over the line, but Gord got it out into the Oiler bench. Be a face-off in the Seattle zone. Yeah, Will Borgen's been, he was good against the Oilers last year, too.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. 57 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Yeah, if Borgen doesn't block that shot by Hoffman, that had a really good chance of going in. Yeah. Savoy wins the draw. Ekholm across the line. Fired across to Gleason. Back to Ekholm in the middle on the blue line. Looking for something to open up. Winds up, doesn't. Shoot it. Gives it to Gleason on the right wing. Now to Podkolzin. Spins it in front of the net. And he tried to go upstairs on the short side. And he missed everything. It went clear right out. Over the net and over the glass. 38 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Edmonton. This is the 5th of 8 preseason tilts that the Oilers are a part of. Monday they'll have Vancouver here. Savoy to the right corner. Behind the net to Podkolzin, just went past them. Puck sent up the right wing and brought out by Jared McCann of the Kraken into the Oiler end and loops right back out to center ice at his own line to Fleury. Fleury will go through the middle, but that gets gloved down by Podkolzin. They'll get the puck into the Seattle end on the left wing for Lavoie. For Savoy behind the net. On the right wing to Gleason. Now to Ekholm in the middle on the blue line. Penalty just about done. To Lavoie. His shot kicked out by Grubauer. Puck to the blue line. Penalty over. Oilers 0 for 2 with a man advantage. As Ekholm goes to the right corner in the Seattle end. He's up against the boards with Yanni Gord. Olofsson will try to get it out. Gets hit by Lavoie. So it stays in. Over to the left point. Gleason faking it now to Ekholm across on the right wing. Couldn't find the handle off the right side was Podkolzin, and the puck cleared out by McCann. Good opportunity there for Edmonton. 3-2 Seattle leads, 8:15 to go here in the second period. Up the left wing. Peterson checked it center ice. Beniers the other way for Seattle. Now to Cartier into the Oilers zone. Rims it him behind the net. Goes by Beniers. Now he'll get to it on the left side. Travis Dermott right on him. Puck comes loose, but Winterton got hooked. And the Edmonton Oilers are about to be shorthanded. We are going to take a break. Going to the box is Gleason. Oilers shorthanded when we come back. 3-2, Seattle leads. 7:55 to go in the second period from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
It's crunch time for your taste buds. Because for a limited time, A&W is collabing with Ruffles to bring you the Ruffle Crunch Teen Burger. Your favorite teen burger and your favorite Ruffles cheddar and sour cream chips combined into one unique taste sensation. It's grass-fed beef. It's one-of-a-kind ridges and crunch. Try it in all its teen burger glory or crunch into its equally tasty sidekick, the Ruffles Crunch Buddy Burger for just $4.99. Try one today at your neighborhood A&W.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. That's home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 3-2. Seattle leads. 7:55 to go in the second. Gleason goes to the box for the hook, so the Oilers are shorthanded. Brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off in the Oilers zone. Stetcher is able to get it out and all the way down the ice. Grubauer will set it up. Seattle's 1 for 2 with a man advantage as Riker Evans makes his way through center. With the right wing to Cartier, that's offside, and the whistle goes. Oiler penalty kill getting a little bit of work in this game.
It's obvious they're going to try to work Vasily Podkolzin into a PK.
It's out there to take the draw right now.
My guess is he'll be on the third unit. You'll have Derek Ryan and Nugent Hopkins in the first forward unit, and then Brown and Janmark. They're really good at it. They're in the second unit. So who ends up becoming the third set of penalty killers?
It's in behind the net. Gord for the Kraken. Fans on his pass. Gives it away to Lane Peterson. He's got a bit of room. He'll snap it down the ice. Evans to bring it out for the Seattle. Minute 10 to go in the man advantage. It's open. Here's lost at the Podkolzin. It's jammed into the Oilers zone. Kemp goes back. Stops in the corner. Got it up the right wing boards. That does not get out. Bureau across to Fleury. To Bureau. Bureau down the left wing. Now at the side of the net. Stevens fires it way wide. Rims up near the point. Shala will keep it in. Now to Stevens, lost it behind the net to Kemp, and off the right wing boards and down the ice. 35 seconds left to go on the penalty to Gleason. Up the right wing, Winterton, his pass off the stick of O'Reilly. So Fleury wanted to go cross ice, it hit O'Reilly. Stetcher gets back to it, hard off the glass on the right wing, got it out.
O'Reilly has really good instincts.
Puck brought to the line. Bureau checked. Stetcher gets it out and down the ice. Fleury will take it in behind the Seattle net. 3-2 Seattle lead. 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Puck dumped into the Oilers zone. Olivier Rodrigue to play it. Goes into the right corner. Penalty has done Gleason out there. Bouchard up the right side. Bounces it up into the air and out. Morgan side his own line for the Kraken. Clears it. Nugent-Hopkins right back in. Nugent-Hopkins waiting to Savoy. The shot and the save made by Grubauer. He held on to it as Matt Savoy with a good shot off the left wing. We're going to take a break. 5:35 to go here in the second period. Kraken lead the Oilers by a score of 3-2. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Have you ever thought about what's on the bottom of your sneaker that was jammed up between the grooves, just biding its time and waiting for the perfect moment to dig into your beautiful floor? No? Never thought about that? And you should never have to when you buy flooring made for life at end-of-the-roll flooring centers. Right now, save on flooring that's made for spills, pets, and anything that life throws at you. And it looks amazing. Use our visualizer to see for yourself at endoftheroll.com. Find flooring for life at end-of-the-roll flooring centers. Let's get flooring.
It's game on at City Ford. Ford employee pricing is ending soon. You pay what City Ford employees pay on over 500 new and used vehicles. Save up to $16,000 with employee pricing discounts. Plus, take advantage of finance rates as low as 1.99%. Score employee pricing on your new or used Ford today and spin and win a TV, Costco card, iPad, even a trip to Vegas. Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Kraken lead the Oilers by a score of 3-2. 5:35 to go in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Face off in the Seattle end to the right of Philip Grubauer.
I've been having a little conversation with Will Borgen.
They drop the puck. Borgen to Olofsson behind the Seattle net. Now he comes up the middle, gives it across on the right to Borgen. We'll get it out to center for Hayden. He'll throw it in cross corner. Bouchard up to the blue line, and Hayden had kept it in. McDavid will take it in behind the net. Left wing for Matthias Ekholm.
So Savoy has replaced Nugent-Hopkins, who was out on the last PK.
Savoy out there with McDavid and Hyman. Centering pass looking for McCann, but off this heel of his stick goes wide of the Oiler net. It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Bouchard holds off Beniers. Now to McDavid. He gathers speed at center ice. Right wing for Savoy. Back to McDavid, but forced into the corner by Borgen. Olofsson will take a loose puck out from behind his goal. Got it up the left wing to Beniers. Went off of him and into the Oiler end. Bouchard off the right side and out. It's at center ice. Gord will bring it in for Seattle. Come down the left wing. Stop top of the circle. Back to the point to Mahura, but it does come out. Now Gord. Got the puck in through the middle. That goes offside at the Oiler blue line with 4:18 to go in the second. 3-2. Seattle leads. The only goal in the second period, it was John Hayden for Seattle to pull the Kraken up by 1 at 5:32.
Josh Mahura 2 years ago played all playoffs for Florida. Couldn't get into the lineup last year. Player you know well from your days in Red Deer.
Yep, St. Albert product.
Did he break his leg? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was his 17-year-old year. Yeah. And he came back and played in the playoffs. That was the...
smooth player.
Yep, very smooth player. Went on and played with the Regina Pats.
Yeah.
Puck into the Oilers zone and up the right wing. Cleared up the left side by Hoffman. Got it out. O'Reilly will dump it in. Takes a hit from Tanev. Puck goes in behind his Seattle net. Podkolzin flying in there to put on the pressure on the forecheck. Puck flipped out. Gleason Out it to the blue line, but it's Cartier for Seattle. Over center ice for Gord. Now trying to get it back to Cartier. Cartier's on the right wing inside the Edmonton zone with Phil Kemp right there. Puck back to the blue line. The shot. And that one stopped by Rodriguez. Ottavainen let it go from the right wing point. And Rodriguez had a lot of traffic to deal with, but was able to find it and hold on with 3:33 to go here in the second period. The Oilers down by 1.
Well, you mentioned Billy Ottavainen, and he had 34 points last year in the minors.
Yeah.
They had some guys, some depth, Connor Carrick was part of that team, and Riker Evans. I mean, they had some guys that can contribute offensively from the back end.
2 years in a row going to the Calder Cup final.
Cale Fleury.
Cale Fleury, yeah.
Another face-off win for Phil.
Yes. Up the right wing. Savoy will get it out for the Oilers. Center ice, it's Peterson back to the Edmonton blue line. Dermott across to Stetcher up the right wing, just off of Savoy into the Seattle zone. Olofsson to the right wing for Fleury. Up to the point, but pinching in is Travis Dermott, and he's going to keep it in for Edmonton, but they have it tied up. Referee would like them to move it. We all would. They do. Fleury bumps it back behind his net to Olofsson. Olofsson steps out from behind his net across to Cale Fleury. Fleury to Olofsson through the middle. Missed Melanson with it. Puck goes to Nugent Hopkins, now to Hyman. Checked at the Seattle blue line. Melanson back into his own end.
Hyman got away with the hook there.
Now McDavid winds it up. He might try and split the D. It was just poked away from him. In the right corner, Nugent Hopkins over to the left side for Hyman. But Melanson can push it to the middle. Puck brought out. Myers down the right wing. Myers will shoot. Scores. Ben Myers came down the right wing on a 2-on-1. He had Biro with him, but he goes short side upstairs on Rodrigue, and it's 4-2 for the Kraken.
Well, I think Evan Bouchard made the right play, gave up the shot. Myers buried it. Olivier Rodrigue's not the biggest of goaltenders, Cam, as you know. And the scouting report on him is glove side and 5-hole. Good shot by Ben Myers, who's a solid minor league player.
Went bar down on the short side. And it's 4-2 for Seattle. They've scored twice here in the second period. 17:49, time of the goal. Puck dumped into the Seattle zone. It's played to the middle of the ice, but now brought out by Beniers. He'll come in on the backhand. His shot goes off of Bouchard. Hoffman will wheel it out for the Oilers through the middle. Right wing to Derek Ryan. In over the Seattle line. Cross ice. Here's Ekholm. Scores! Matthias Ekholm follows the play up. And he has cut the Seattle lead to 4-3.
Well, Ekholm made that one count. Derek Ryan feathered a pass through the middle, and Ekholm activated, made a real nice play.
.27 seconds after the goal by Myers. Matthias Ekholm goes high stick side on Grubauer. Cross ice pass from Derek Ryan to set it up. 18-16 time of the goal for Ekholm. Oilers down 4-3 here in the second period. Preseason action. Oilers and the Seattle Kraken. Leeson on the left wing in his own end. Up the right side to Kemp through the middle. That pass was too far. Borgen's able to dump it in. Good hit by Kemp on Borgen. Puck into the slot. Tanev for Seattle. Forced into the left wing corner. Over to the right side, get it back to the blue line. Evans will shoot it. Lots of traffic, doesn't get to the net. Corey Perry in the right corner, high in the air, glove down. Ottavainen kept it in. Gord gets it left side. The shot saved made by Rodrigue. This time off of Cartier. Puck to the right point. Evans, we're in the last minute of the second. 4-3 Seattle leads. It is cleared out by Perry. A little far for Podkolzin. Otavinen goes in behind the net. Comes up the right wing for Seattle for Tanev now. He gets forced back. McDavid's out on the ice. He's putting the pressure on. Ekholm will keep it in. Off the right side, boards to Hyman. Behind the goal, looking for McDavid. McDavid to Nugent-Hopkins on the right wing. 30 seconds to go in the period. To the blue line to Bouchard. Now to Nugent-Hopkins. Off the right wing boards. He'll backhand it towards the net. And a glove save by Grubauer. 21 seconds to go here in the second.
Kind of a silky smooth play there from Nugent-Hopkins. He tried to catch Grubauer cheating, thinking he was going to dish it off on his forehand to McDavid. Said he sifted a backhand or high-low glove side.
Face off to the left to Grubauer. 21 seconds to go in the period as McDavid will take the draw against Matty Beniers. Puck goes to the top of the circle. McCann will get it out for Seattle. On the right for Winterton. Comes into the Oilers zone. Centering pass. Beniers can't get his stick on it. Over to the left wing. Nugent-Hopkins will get it out to McDavid. He'll catch up to it left side. He's got Hyman in over the line. The pass to Hyman just drove it wide of the net. And it goes to the right wing corner. And the second period ends as the Oilers get a good chance right near the buzzer. But they'll be down by one after 40 minutes of play. 4-3 Kraken lead as we get through two periods. And Bob, as far as the evaluation goes, anybody stand out to you in that second period?
I mean, you expect McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins and Hyman and Bouchard and Ekholm. I think that, unfortunately, Olivier Rodrigue would probably tell you he probably should have both goals back. I mean, he deflected the one right in, a shot from the sideboards and went to stick play it. It went right in off of Hayden. And then he got, I mean, you tell me, 2-on-1. I mean, it was a real good shot by Ben Myers.
You know what? If a guy can go short side bar down,
it's a pretty good
shot. I think
you
got to give him that.
Got to give him that?
Got to give him that. That was a really good shot.
But generally speaking, goaltenders do not
no.
getting beat to the short side.
Absolutely not. But so, if it just hits net, you're more upset.
Yeah.
If it goes bar down, he picked it pretty good.
Well, he picked it pretty good. It's been a loose game.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Who have you liked?
Well, I am continued to be impressed by Sam O'Reilly.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's really smart. And same thing, Noah Philp just continues to play well. The regular players, the veteran players, you expect them to be at a high level. They absolutely have been. So that's kind of what I've seen out there so far.
All right.
Well, there we go. We're through 40. It's a 4-3 Seattle Kraken lead. They had 2 goals that period. John Hayden and Ben Myers scored for Seattle. It was Matthias Ekholm for Edmonton. And I can tell you right now, Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they are ready to go. They are wound up and fired up for this second intermission. So don't go anywhere. 4-3 Kraken after 40 from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't deke past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
CHED Edmonton, proud to be the official voice of Double E football. Your Edmonton Elks. 630 Chad, Edmonton's news. Today's talk.
A Chorus Entertainment radio station.
It's our YEG with 630 Chad.
The Edmonton Fall Home Show is taking over the River City with over 150 booths to explore, unique feature displays, and so much more. Get your build on October 18th through the 20th at the Expo Center. Then buckle up for an electrifying experience as Bear Grease takes the musical Grease on an Indigenous joyride in this toe-tapping spectacle October 17th through the 27th at the Citadel Theater.
For details on these and more events, visit 630chad.com. At The intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Hoffman will wheel it out for the Oilers through the middle. Right wing to Derek Ryan. In over the Seattle line. Cross ice. Here's Ekholm. Scores! Matthias Ekholm follows the play up. And he has cut the Seattle lead to 4-3.
There you go, Matthias Ekholm. That is our highlight zone. It's brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casino with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winner's Zone. It's Bryn Griffiths back here at Rogers Place, along with Rob Brown. It is 4-3 for Seattle after 40 minutes of play. Well, Brownie, what do you think of that period?
Well, entertaining.
Yes.
Chances both ways. Players making big mistakes, then coming back making big amends. Veteran players making nice plays. Veteran players getting caught out of position. It looked like a period that you would see in an exhibition season.
Yeah, it was entertaining from way up here. That's all.
Yeah, it was. Well,
maybe not so much.
There's going to be mistakes made, and I think that's what's key about exhibition season. And there's enough talent out there that when a mistake is made, they're able to capitalize on it.
It's always a little different when you're back at that bench, right? The coaches look at everything a little differently than we do. Hey, a couple of things I wanted to point out here. One, obviously Bob and Cam were talking about O'Reilly and Philp, how well they played. I think based on everything that I've seen from Podkolzin so far, that might have been his best period. He actually had a stint on the power play and did a little PK work there. They're trying to get him more involved. Like I said, I thought that was the best period I've seen him play of the games that he's played so far, but there's some work to be done there.
There is. I like Podkolzin. To me, he's an automatic on your fourth line. He understands his role. He's physical. He finishes checks. He gets in. He's got a bit of aggressiveness to his game. Nice little hands as he tried going little spinorama off the goal line, kind of like a Matthew Tkachuk does.
Yeah.
And just missed on that one. He's not going to be here in Edmonton because of his offense. He will be here in Edmonton because he plays with aggressiveness on a fourth line, and the Oilers need that on their fourth line. I've liked Podkolzin in this game. I've liked him throughout. To me, he has been the most consistent of the guys vying for a fourth line winger type of role.
I got to say, Matthias Ekholm has played 16:37 through 2 periods of play, and Evan Bouchard's not far behind him with 15 minutes and 26 seconds played. The only difference is Ekholm's been out there for 20 shifts compared to 15 for Bouchard. They're playing a lot more than I thought they'd play here tonight.
Well, Chris Knobloch did talk about the fact that he's going to start playing players in the roles that they would play in a regular season game. Bouchard and Ekholm are going to play 20 to 24 minutes a night. Come regular season, so he's trying to get them up to speed. Ekholm has had an up and down game. The 2-on-1 goal that was scored late, he pinched, got beat on that one. It's been on for a couple against, then comes back and makes amends as he jumps up in the play on a nice pass by Derek Ryan and goes top shelf on that one. So I would not call that pairing in mid-season form yet, but I think the coaching staff's trying to get them where they need to be, as they will be the number one pairing by far for the Oilers this year.
Your thoughts on the Oilers net mining so far in training camp? It's been okay.
Yeah, but we've only seen their starter for 40 minutes. Their backup, he only played half a period tonight because he's hurt. Rodrigue, I know Bob said he thought he should have both goals in the second period. I disagree on that one. I agreed more with Cam Moon. The first one, he kind of deflected it. Mooner would know more than I would when it comes to goaltending. I thought Ryan Nugent-Hopkins did a fantastic job taking away the player driving to the net, hating his stick. But Rodrigue just deflected into him. The second goal, the second goal of that period, I don't think Rodrigue had any chance on. That was just a wonderful shot. Yeah. I'm like, wow. Bar down, short side. I would say the goaltending has been average, but again, we've only seen the Oilers starting goaltender for 40 minutes in this, almost 5 full games. So these are guys that are further down the depth chart, and I think you're getting what you get from them because they're not NHL starting goaltender caliber.
We were talking about O'Reilly on the pregame show, and whether or not I think he's played really well here tonight, quite frankly. But whether or not you would play him again on Monday, I was just taking a look. London's playing Flint tonight. Then they don't play until next Friday when they entertain Erie. So London, his junior team, is not playing for a full week. Would you? I'm trying to convince you. Would you like to see him up here for one more game, or do you think it's the wise decision to send him back?
I wouldn't play him again simply because he's not competing for a job here. I think he's been wonderful. I think he's had another strong game tonight. He's so smart when he's on the ice. And when you watch young players, you watch how they are without the puck. And again tonight, making the smart play, looking calm, looking very poised when he's got the puck on his stick, not panicking in his own zone under pressure. All the things you want to see in a player that you feel at some point is going to be a contributor at this level. But there are a lot of players right now competing to be on the Oilers this year, or competing to be depth players, early call-ups. O'Reilly's not competing for that. He's going back to junior. He will play junior and star in the Ontario Hockey League this year. So for me, I would send him back, let him have a week of practice with his team back in London, let him get into his billet's house, start preparing for a long junior season. They've seen everything they need from O'Reilly, and it has been good.
Yeah.
He is impressed, but I wouldn't play him another game. The last thing you want to do is have some freak injury where he gets hurt and it hinders his junior season this year. He will be in Edmonton Oilers. It won't be this year. So to me, send him back to junior where he's going to play.
Okay, what do you figure in the third period?
Well, there will be a push, and I imagine the Oilers' best line. I mean, Connor McDavid, I imagine that when he plays cards with his mom, he does not like to lose. So this is an exhibition game, but you've seen he's got a little testiness out there in this game tonight. He's had a couple run-ins with a couple players. I imagine his line will push here in the third period. If they get a power play, I would expect the power play to create. But it is an exhibition game, but when the games are close, all of a sudden the juices start flowing. So I think both teams, but it's been entertaining. I would expect the third to be just as entertaining.
Yeah, Oilers trailing by 1. It's 4-3 Seattle after 40 minutes of play. Oilers out shooting Seattle, by the way, 23-18. We're going to take a timeout for a news update. Then we're going to come back and take a look at what's a very busy night around the National Hockey League. But then again, it's a Saturday night. So we'll get to your out-of-town scoreboard as well. Yeah, it's at the intermission, which is brought to you by End of the Roll Floor Centers. Yep, let's get flooring. We're back with more from Rogers Place right here on the Oilers Radio Network.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. The provincial government continues to rework the healthcare system. Speaking on 6:30 CHED's Your Province, Your Premier, Danielle Smith said one of the biggest issues she keeps hearing about is a lack of family doctors. She says one step her government is taking is training family doctors into communities that need them outside of Edmonton and Calgary, like Lethbridge and Grand Prairie, hoping they'll stay there. Parks Canada says it's rebuilding its $40 million caribou breeding center after it was damaged damaged by the wildfire that swept through Jasper National Park. A caribou specialist says despite the damage, the center may still welcome its first pregnant cows later this year. He says the flames destroyed most of the habitat for caribou, but vegetation is seeded and trees are being replanted. And the Hezbollah militant group in Lebanon is vowing to, quote, continue the holy war against the enemy and in support of Palestine, unquote. This after Israel leveled an entire city block in order to take out Hezbollah's longtime leader and one of its founders, Hassan Nasrallah. News on demand at 630ched.com.
At Fountain Tire, we love jingles. Get up to 25% off select tires.
Until October 19th.
Plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150.
Restrictions apply.
Look online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
At Fountain Tire, we love jingles. Get up to 25% off select tires.
Until October 19th.
Plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150.
Restrictions apply.
Look online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back at Rogers Place. After 40 minutes of play, Seattle lead the Oilers 4-3. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, which is brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Lots of games, 9 in total. Obviously, we mentioned this one, 4-3 for Seattle after 2. It's the Flames leading the Vancouver Canucks 4-2. That one through 40 minutes of play. Everything else is final. It was Toronto beating Montreal 2-1. And it was the LA Kings 3-2 winners over the Ducks. Elsewhere, the Panthers just getting by the Hurricanes 5-4. Blues beating Chicago 3-2 tonight. One of the games went to overtime, and it was the Flyers edging the Boston Bruins 3-2. Columbus just took it to Buffalo tonight 6-3. Right here at Rogers Place earlier this afternoon, it was the home opener for the Edmonton Oil Kings. And it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and beat the Calgary Hitmen, isn't it? And that's exactly what happened this afternoon. It was the Oil Kings with a 4-1 victory in front of just under 5,000, but it sounded like it was a pretty entertaining game. Mooner was here, said he enjoyed it very much. But 4-1 was your final score for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Players are getting ready to come back onto the ice, and that means the third period is not far off. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. We're back with more from Rogers Place right here on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
Chemco is building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority, it's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PB sent you.
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. It's home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 4-3. Kraken lead Edmonton as we get ready for this third period. Oilers will start it with the big line of McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman on the ice with Bouchard and Ekholm. We're underway here in the third as Ekholm's able to dump it in. Mattias Ekholm scoring for Edmonton to get them to within one. They were down 4-2 at one point in the second. McDavid out to Nugent Hopkins and a nice blocker save made by Grubauer. As Nugent Hopkins was looking for his second of the night. Hyman has it on the right wing. Hyman right side towards the net, and Grubauer made the stop. Ekholm trying to keep it in. He got hooked. There's a penalty coming up to Seattle once they touch it as McDavid comes into the Seattle zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Gets it out to the slot. Ekholm across the one-timer and just off a Grubauer and out of play as that was blasted from the left wing side by Hyman. But Edmonton will get their third power play. They're 0 for 2 with a man advantage. Slash for Ryan Winterton. Oilers on the power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. McDavid to take the draw to the right of Grubauer. Goes to Bouchard, brings it across the line to Nugent Hopkins to McDavid, and Nugent Hopkins to McDavid, left wing corner. Tried to bank it off of Grubauer and in, and he almost did it, and it got cleared down the ice. Rodrigo set it up. Out comes Evan Bouchard. Just a minute gone here in the third. 4-3, Seattle leads. Out of Mike Hoffman. Checked right at the Seattle blue line. As it sits at center ice, Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid with a few moves. Got it into the Seattle zone. Borgen's got to go back for it. It's hit by McDavid. He's got it up against the corner. Jam this thing loose. Nugent Hopkins with Yanni Gord right on him. Nugent Hopkins battles. Got it to Bouchard. Comes down the left wing. Walks in. The shot and the save made by Grubauer. He held on. There's a minute 5 to go in this Edmonton power play.
Well, lots of looks for the Oilers, and Grubauer, number one goaltender in there against maybe an organizational 3-4 goalie. And Connor McDavid almost spanked it in off the back of his ear into the net. And he's done that 4 or 5 times successfully.
Very close. Face up to the right of Grubauer. Podkolzin wins the draw. Ekholm on the left wing point, pressured by Gord. Left side for Lavoie. Puck to the blue line. Lavoie on the left side. Goes cross corner with it, and that's ripped off the boards and down the ice by Mahura. Raphael Lavoie's got 4 shots on net in this game. Had 11 in the preseason coming into this one, so he's getting a lot of shots towards the opposition net so far. Gleason at center. Didn't have a lane into the Kraken zone, so he holds on. Now to Podkolzin. He'll get it in over the line. Off the left wing boards to the left wing point for Ekholm. Down low to Podkolzin. He's on the right wing. To Gleason in from the right point. Goes to the right corner. Gleason in behind the net. He's going to step out, get the pass out, the shot off the crossbar, and it's loose. It looked like it was under Grubauer for a second, and it's cleared out, and Beniers brings it out. Down the right wing with McCann across to McCann, and he couldn't finish it off. It was up in the air. What a chance is Ekholm with a shot that hit the crossbar. Beniers in behind the net, rolls it in front of the goal, and that one just swept away. Penalty is over. Edmonton 0 for 3 on the power play. Down by 1 here in the third period as they take on the Kraken in preseason action. Melanson to the left wing point to Olofsson. He'll get that one across. Ottavainen couldn't get it low. Puck cleared out. It went in on the offside as Melanson touches it. 3 minutes, 6 seconds gone in the third. 4-3, Seattle leading Edmonton. The Oilers come awfully close. Opportunity on the power play. Looked like it went off the bar. Matthias Ekholm had snuck in from the blue line, and that shot.
Double deflection.
Yep. At center, puck shot in to the Oiler end. Stetcher will poke it in behind the net. Comes back to Stetcher on the right. Up the right wing boards for Corey Perry. Perry into the Seattle end, goes to the right wing. Melanson is in there for Seattle, but getting it loose was O'Reilly behind the net to Perry. Perry spins free. Got it to the left wing. Myers unable to get it out for Seattle. Puck to the middle of the ice. Melanson up the left side. Oh, he got hit hard by Stetcher. He got it out. Stetcher, solid hit, stood him right up. Now O'Reilly to center ice. Shoots it in. Right back out. Bureau on the left for Hayden. Roll it into the Oilers zone. It goes in behind the net. Here's a centering pass off the stick of Rodriguez. That went the offering from Mitchell Stevens. Couldn't find anybody in front of the net. Shala back to the left wing point for Evans. Now to Stevens to the middle. Shala in front of the goal for Hayden. He had a wide open Oiler net. Couldn't get the hold of the puck. Couldn't get a chance. Puck comes to the blue line. Kept in. Shala down the left side. Will shoot it. Save made by Rodriguez. To the left wing point. Riker Evans. Checked by Hoffman. The puck comes out. 4-3. Oilers trail here in the third. 4.5 minutes gone.
It's been a sloppy game.
Yep. Shala across to Evans. Will shoot it off of Rodriguez. Puck goes to McDavid. Up to the blue line. It doesn't get out. Gord over to Evans. He's in from the left wing point. Yanni Gord behind the net will let that roll to the right side for Tanev. His pass hits Lavoie. It gets out. McDavid after it. Got knocked down as he went to the end boards. Puck goes to the left side. It was kept in only for a moment. Gord will get it out. Now he gets hooked by Nugent Hopkins. Penalty coming up. Gord down the right wing, and Ekholm will touch it. Nugent Hopkins will get a hooking penalty. 5 minutes, 7 seconds gone here in the third period. 4-3. Seattle leads the Oilers.
Well, Edmonton's going to have to dig in a bit here. Port and kill. Lots of chances either way.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Fans don't like that. They thought that McDavid was impeded in the previous shift, which he was.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Olivier Rodriguez. And the puck will go to Matthias Ekholm, and on the backhand, he's able to get it down the ice. Grubauer's got to come out of his net and play it. Puck Colson's in there for Edmonton. And it's in behind the Seattle goal for Riker Evans. Evans up the left wing to Beniers. Into the Oilers zone for McCann. He goes to the left wing corner. Around to the right point. Gord. Right side to Karche, gave the puck away. Puck brought out. Derek Ryan down the left wing with Podkolzin. He'll come in, cut across the middle to Podkolzin. Scores! Short-handed goal by Vasily Podkolzin. And this game is tied at 4.
Well, another great play by Derek Ryan. That's 2 primary assists in this game. It's been a huge difference maker for Edmonton. But Colson with a tap in, but Derek Ryan beats 2 players. Yanni Cage. But Colson will never score an easier goal.
5:41 time of the goal. Great work by Derek Ryan. The Oilers get a shorthanded goal to tie this game up. Still minute 25 to go in power play time for the Kraken. The left wing, Bureau will shoot it into the Oilers zone. Stevens back to the point. Down to the left side, DeBiro comes down to the hash marks in the left wing corner. Gave it to Winterton, back to the blue line for Fleury. Left side, DeBiro, cross ice, the one-timer, and Shala mishandled it. Fleury keeps it in. DeBiro on the left. Side of the goal to Winterton. Couldn't get it in front of the net. Goes over to the right wing. We're all tied up at 4. Caught goals in from Ryan and Ekholm. At 5:41, he's tied the game up on the right wing point. Fleury over to Bureau and Joaquino, put it across the one-timer. Nice save by Rodrigue. Coming across as Shala looked like he had one, and the puck cleared out and down the ice. Grubauer will set it up. Out from behind his net is Evans. Riker Evans into the Oilers zone through the middle. Goes over to the left. Rims it on the right. Beniers, top of the circle in the Oilers zone. To the right wing point to Borgen. To Beniers, left point to Evans. Side of the goal, and unable to get a shot from that side was Melanson. Puck gets to the middle. Penalty is over, and I don't know why the whistle go. They calling a penalty?
High sticking call coming up against Ekholm.
Yeah. So the Oilers able to kill that one off, but they're going to go, it's going to be right back into the box for Ekholm. We're going to take a break. 7 minutes, 12 seconds gone in the third. Edmonton and Seattle tied at 4. Preseason action from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across oil country, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make oil country a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
It's crunch time for your taste buds. Because for a limited time, A&W is collabing with Ruffles to bring you the Ruffle Crunch Teen Burger. Your favorite teen burger and your favorite Ruffles cheddar and sour cream chips combined into one unique taste sensation. It's grass-fed beef. It's one-of-a-kind ridges and crunch. Try it in all its teen burger glory or crunch into its equally tasty sidekick, the Ruffles Crunch Buddy Burger for just $4.99. Try one today at your neighborhood A&W.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
You're listening to Oilers Hockey on 630 CHED and on the Radio Player Canada app.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer, we are here at Rogers Place, tied at 4. Oilers and the Kraken. Matthias Ekholm goes to the penalty box for the high stick. He's got a goal and 2 assists here this evening, does Matthias Ekholm. The Oilers do have a shorthanded goal. 5th power play of the night for the Kraken. Oiler penalty kill is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Olivier Rodrigue. Clearing attempt by Kemp. It hit the linesman in the leg. It stays in. Beniers around the boards to Yanni Gourde. Gourde has it on the right. Goes to the right wing corner. Now to Beniers, top of the circle. To the blue line. Evans over to McCann. He'll walk in. He'll shoot it. Save made by Rodrigue. He held on.
Front of the puck there. Rodriguez, as he's gotten a little bit more work here, settled in a bit. After a tough stretch in the second period.
Got thrown into the game. 11:58 in. Calvin Pickard got run into. Off the draw. Puck cleared off the right wing boards by Stetcher and down the ice. Grubauer's got to do something with it. Puck Colson's in on the forecheck. He'll give it to Gord. Now he'll leave it at his own line for Evans. He'll come down the right side. Dump the puck in on the left. McCann along the left wing boards across to Gord. Gord to the right wing point for Evans. Back to Gord. On the left wing to McCann. To the blue line to Evans. Left wing corner. McCann gets it out to the middle, and fanning on it was Cartier. Left side, McCann has it in front of the net. Off the stick of Beniers right to Rodrigue, and he'll scoop it up with the glove and hold on. Minute 4 left to go in the penalty to Matthias Ekholm. We're tied at 4 here in the third. 8 minutes, 8 seconds gone. Face off to the right of Olivier Rodrigue. Derek Ryan against Mitchell Stevens. Puck goes to the blue line. It's Fleury over to the right. The one-time shot, and that one was blocked. And up the right wing, brought out by Nugent Hopkins.
One thing about Philip Kemp, he gives you what he's got. He's going to eat pucks for you.
Fleury will make his way to the Oiler blue line. Pass to Stevens, who's in his skates. It comes loose. Winterton to the middle of the ice, broken up by Gleason. He's able to get it out. Bureau turns to the middle, now to Stevens, right wing, rims it in. 28 seconds left to go in the power play for Seattle. The clearing attempt, oh wow, that went right off of Schala as Stetcher. Then that was blocked, but the second chance, Gleason gets it down the ice. Penalty over here in 10 seconds. We're tied at 4, we're in the third. 9 minutes gone. At center ice, Podkolzin breaks things up. Ottavainen now on the left, penalty is done. Seattle 1 for 5 with a man advantage. It's in behind the net. Melanson fanned on his centering attempt. Tanev takes it left wing corner in the Oilers zone. Puck comes loose. Dermott, left wing to Podkolzin. He'll flip it out. Bouchard on the left wing to Hyman. Into the Seattle end, goes to the left wing corner. Zach Hyman in behind the net. On the end boards, Matt Savoy to assist. As it comes free, Myers will take it. He's trying to tie it up. Instead, it goes the other way, and Savoy's going to keep it in for Edmonton. Got it to the right side. McDavid to the blue line. Bouchard over to Ekholm. Now to Savoy. On the right wing to McDavid. Pulls it off the right boards. Brings to the middle. Drops it to Ekholm. Now to Bouchard. Right wing point. Into the slot. McDavid. Couple of moves. Doesn't have a line to the net, though. Forced back to the blue line. Saucers it across. Bouchard to Savoy. The shot off the glove of Grubauer. Puck goes to the right wing corner. Tied at 4, 9:35 to go here in the third. Puck comes loose. Hyman whistles it wide of the net, and it comes out. Ekholm will turn it up at his own blue line. Nope, now he'll settle it down back into the Oilers zone. Matthias Ekholm, Devin Bouchard. Up the right side, now on the left. Off the stick of Perry. Goes into the crack and in. It's on the end boards. Noah Philp was looking for it. Instead, it comes free to Hayden of Seattle. He'll get it out to Gord. Trying to get in behind Gleason. He can't. Puck goes bouncing off on arm right to Rodrigue. He'll cover it up, and everybody gathers in front of the Oiler net, and we get the whistle. 8:58 to go here in the third. Oilers and Seattle tied at 4. We'll take a break from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. It's Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and the Kraken tied at 4, 8:58 to go in the third. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer bringing you the action this evening from downtown Edmonton. Face off in the Oilers zone to the left of Olivier Rodrigue. Shots 31-25 in favor of the Oilers. Ryan taking the draw for Edmonton. It'll go to the left wing point. Mahura for Seattle to keep it in. Round to Hayden, went off his stick. Lavoie trying to get it out for the Oilers. It doesn't get out. Hayden keeping it in, goes to the right corner. Leeson closing the gap on him, rims it on the left. Mahura in from the blue line. It goes behind the Edmonton net. Hayden with a couple of moves. Off the left wing boards. Top of the circle to Gord. He'll shoot it. Glove save made by Rodrigue. He'll hold on to it.
So the whole Seattle team is on this trip. Had a good conversation with Jordan Eberle.
Oh. Former Edmonton Oiler. I bet you had a good time, little catch-up time.
Little catch-up time.
Yeah, that's always profitable.
Yes.
It's
a 50-50 proposition as a rule of thumb.
Yeah, well, it's good. I'm glad you got to see him. Ace off to the right of Rodrigue. Dermott up the left side. Getting up the boards to the blue line. Now Stetcher. Get the puck in. Morgan right back out. McCann trying to get to it, but he won't.
Good play, Peterson.
Yep. Peterson got back. Gives it to Stetcher. Now to the middle. Dermott to the right wing corner to Peterson inside that Seattle zone. Peterson gets it out. Puck goes to Dermott in the middle. He'll shoot it. Glove saved by Grubauer. 7:59 to go here in the third. Tied at 4. It's been Nugent Hopkins, Philp, Ekholm, and Podkolzin scored for Edmonton. Melanson, Shala, Hayden, Myers scoring for Seattle. Oilers tying it up here in the third. 5:41 in. It was Podkolzin short-handed. Face off to the right of Grubauer. Goes in behind the Seattle net. Hyman crashes in there. Ties up with Evans. McDavid in there as well. They try to get it free. Evans and Hyman had gone to the ice. He gets rimmed to the right wing point. Bouchard across the line. Echo makes a move. He'll shoot it. Kicked out by Grubauer. Rebound just rolled wide by Hyman. Hyman goes in behind the net. He'll get it out. Echo, his shot. Grubauer the save. Puck gets into the slot. They battle for it. It's Hyman to the right wing corner. Oilers putting on the pressure. Centering pass. Pinballs off some skates. Comes back to Hyman. Has it on the left wing. Tied at 4 here in the third. Over to the right side to Nugent Hopkins. Right wing corner to McDavid. To the blue line. Bouchard across to Matthias Ekholm to Bouchard. Missed him with the pass. It comes out. Edmonton has to regroup. Nugent Hopkins. To Bouchard in his own end. Now through the middle, he'll bring it in over the line. Goes over to the right side. Stops on the right wing boards, put it through the middle, somehow kept in by Podkolzin. Oh, that was almost a rush the other way. Morgan on the right wing. Up to Biro. Biro will dump it into the Oilers zone. Kemp out to the end boards for Podkolzin. Now on the left wing to O'Reilly. He'll get it out. Give it to Corey Perry. Got checked at the blue line. It goes in on the offside. Wheeled right back out by Myers, though. Just got it through the neutral zone. Colson giving it to Kemp. Now over to Gleason. 6:15 to go in the third. Tied at 4. The Oilers and the Kraken. Hoffman through center. In over the Kraken line. Goes over to the left wing. Goes into the left wing corner. Puck goes in behind the net, though. Olofsson up the left wing to Hayden. He'll shoot it in for Seattle. Left wing corner. Hayden up against the boards. Hayden working it up the left side of the blue line. Mahura quickly across. Shot off the end board, side of the net, and it's covered by Rodrigue. He's going to hold on to it as Ottawa Vine and let it go from the right wing point. We're going to take a break with 5:43 to go in the third period. Oilers and the Kraken tied at 4 from Rogers Place at Sport Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Have you ever thought about what's on the bottom of your sneaker that was jammed up between the grooves, just biding its time and waiting for the perfect moment to dig into your beautiful floor? No? Never thought about that? And you should never have to when you buy flooring made for life at End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Right now, save on flooring that's made for spills, pets, and anything that life throws at you. And it looks amazing. Use our visualizer to see for yourself at endoftheroll.com. Find flooring for life at End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Think you can't go back to school because you have a family or a full-time job? Yes, you can. Northern Lakes College provides a supported distance learning environment, offering a guided learning setting that supports you to succeed and provides the flexibility to suit your lifestyle. Explore programs in academic upgrading, business, health, human services, resource technology, university studies, and more, including a wide range of courses available through continuing education. The education you want, the flexibility you deserve. NorthernLakesCollege.ca.
It's game on at City Ford. Ford employee pricing is ending soon. You pay what City Ford employees pay on over 500 new and used vehicles. Save up to $16,000 with employee pricing discounts. Plus, take advantage of finance rates as low as 1.99%. Score employee pricing on your new or used Ford today and spin and win a TV, Costco card, iPad, even a trip to Vegas. Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
All games, all seasons.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. 5:43 to go in the third. Oilers and Seattle tied at 4. Face off in the Edmonton zone to the left of Rodrigue. Nugent Hopkins wins the draw. Dermott, Stetcher, right side to Phil. Off the right wing boards, but it hits Mahura. He'd come in from the blue line. Nugent Hopkins trying to find control of the puck. Instead, it goes to Beniers, and his shot and a glove save made by Rodrigue.
Maybe the best save of the game for Rodrigue. That play sort of materialized out of nothing, and he fought through it and was able to track the puck.
It was a little scrambly, and Beniers was able to lean into a good shot. Face off to the right of Rodrigue. 5.5 to go in the third. Oilers were down at 4-2 at one point in this game. Battled back to get it to even terms. Nugent Hopkins flipped the puck out. Peterson gets control at center ice. He'll give it to Gleason at the Edmonton blue line. Up the left wing, off the stick of Peterson and in. Mahura in front of his net. Left wing to Beniers. He'll get it out to Winterton. Comes into the Oilers zone right side. Off the end boards, Beniers to Winterton. Winterton back to the point. Winterton was looking for it in the high slot, and now Winterton just kicked it off of Ottawa Vinen's stick, and it comes out. Morgan will take it in behind his net for the crack, and he'll set up back there. He waits. Gord skates through. Morgan still has the puck. Snaps it off the left wing boards. It's going to be icing. So we'll do that again, and it'll be inside the Seattle zone. With 4:39 to go here in the third, we're tied at 4. Matthias Ekholm, a 3-point night for Edmonton. A goal and 2 assists. Derek Ryan's got a couple of helpers. Face off to the right of Grubauer. Shots now 34-27 in favor of Edmonton. Puck back to the blue line. Ekholm across to Bouchard. Now on the right, McDavid in front of the net, just missing. Ekholm had come in from the blue line, and Tanev clears it out. There won't be icing as Cartier gets in there for Seattle. Now to Gord, to Cartier, to Gord on the left wing. Put it in behind the net. Ekholm was able to break it up for Edmonton. Now Cartier from the angle, the shot and a save made by Rodrigue. He holds on to it. 4:13 to go here in the third. We're tied at 4. Face-off will be to the right of Rodrigue. Taking the draw for the Oilers will be Sam O'Neill or Sam O'Reilly.
Sam O'Reilly's a little bit younger than Sam.
That's so true enough. Puck bounces to Rodrigue. We'll do that again. 4:10 to go here in the third. Oilers and Kraken all tied at 4. O'Reilly up against Myers. Comes all the way across to Dermott. Dermott up the left wing to Podkolzin. Spins to the middle. Podkolzin only flipped it the line. That's all he got. Riker Evans through the middle, but Perry to O'Reilly. Just missed Podkolzin with it. Rims up the right wing. That's going to go all the way down the ice. It'll be icing against Seattle. We're down to 3:46 to go here in the third. Oilers are Kraken tied at 4. Oilers went to overtime in the first preseason game. They beat Winnipeg here at Rogers Place.
Yeah, and we should mention, and it may be a little self-indulgent in doing so, Marty Mrazek is the Oilers concussion specialist. He did his post-grad at Georgia, and he took me to a Georgia-Auburn game when Atlanta was still in the league. And as you know, I'm a Bama fan, and the NCAA game of the first half of the year has just concluded, and it was special.
Now Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. His shot, and that one was blocked. His Bureau was able to block it, and the puck played out. At center ice, there's Nugent Hopkins. He'll find McDavid. Comes in on the right wing. He'll back to the blue line to Bouchard to the right wing corner. On the right wing, there's Fleury to get it out. Now Beniers lost his stick, so he kicks it into the Oilers zone. And Bouchard will start out with it for Edmonton. Now on the right to McDavid. That was a little behind him. It's throwing everybody offside. Winterton to Beniers. That's offside at the Oiler blue line. 3:04 to go here in the third. Tied at 4.
And speaking of the tide, Alabama in that game, we're up 30-7. Georgia ended up taking a lead 34-33. And a 17-year-old kid made an unbelievable play for Alabama. Guy will be a first-round pick, top 5 pick probably in the draft. Yes, he's 17. His name's Ryan Williams. Here, an 18-year-older has been impressive. Sam O'Reilly.
Sam O'Reilly's been good. Puck brought in by Hoffman into the Seattle end. Now to Lavoie. Lavoie off the left side. Shoots. Scores! Raphael Lavoie goes 5-hole on Grubauer. And the Oilers have a 5-4 lead.
Well, that's what Lavoie's got to do. He'll say, well, Bob, he's got to do more than score. But that was all Raphael Lavoie. That was not a scenario where he was fed a one-timer. He took a dead play out of the corner on a zone entry from Hoffman, fought through 3 stick checks, and rifles one home past Grubauer. That's, 28, 25 goals the last 2 years in the minors. He's been very streaky. He's got to round out his game. Second-round draft choice back in 2019.
17:07, time of the goal by Lavoie. And the Oilers up 5-4 here on the Kraken in the third period. Evans through the middle. Off the stick of Winterton, it goes deep into the Oiler end. Winterton in there on the forecheck. It's jammed loose. Gleason to the left wing. Gleason up in the air, batted by Lavoie. It won't be hard enough for icing. Edmonton can make a change. Lavoie from Hoffman and Gleason. 17:07. Edmonton up 5-4 on Seattle here in the third period. Up the right wing out of his zone is Nugent Hopkins. To the middle of the ice to Bouchard. Cuts to the middle and now fires it across to McDavid. To the blue line, Ekholm to McDavid left wing. To Ekholm on the point. Over to Bouchard. Back to Matthias Ekholm. Got him behind the net. Hyman to Nugent Hopkins. Out to Bouchard. The shot and the save made by Grubauer. The minute 49 to go here in the third. And Edmonton up by 1. Face off to the left to Grubauer. Raphael Lavoie putting Edmonton ahead here in the third period. Lavoie got into 7 games with the Oilers last year.
Chris Knobloch liked him in the game when he came up from L.A. Ken Holland and Bill Scott drove him up. After watching, this was a regular season game because, as you know, I went with Ken and Bill in the playoffs to go see what turned out to be the last Bakersfield game last year.
Face off to the left of Grubauer. In front to Nugent Hopkins. He couldn't get a shot through, and McCann will skate it out for Seattle. One hands it.
Disco dance.
There goes
Guardian.
Grubauer going to the bench for the extra attacker. The puck in behind the Edmonton net. Minute 35 to go here in the third period. They got it tied up. Now it's Bouchard to get it free. Goes through the middle, way up in the air, down the ice. It'll be icing. Minute 20 to go.
Evans saves his goal scoring for the regular season playoffs. He's not a guy that puts up a lot of goals in the preseason.
That's just fine in the regular season and playoffs.
18 and 82 last year. 80 goals, 82 points. Realistically, you got to figure he's a bet for a 20-goal season as a defenseman.
Wouldn't surprise me. Timeout called. Had another 32 points in the playoffs, did Evan Bouchard.
He's the third highest scoring player in the NHL in playoffs over the last 3 years. Only McDavid and Draisaitl the last 3 playoff seasons have more points. I think that's the surprise. What a goal by Philp, by the way. That set up from Ekholm. And Ekholm finishing one off. Lots of different Oilers involved in this game. They dressed a little bit better lineup, and they've been a little bit better team. Derek Ryan with a couple primary assists.
Yeah, the game hasn't been short on action. All right, face off in the Oilers zone to the right of Rodrigue. Net empty down at the Seattle end. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman are out there with Bouchard and Ekholm. Beniers taking the draw for Seattle. He dropped it wasn't right. Beniers, Cartier, Gord, McCann, Evans, Borgen on the ice for the Kraken. They drop it. Puck goes to Bouchard off the right wing boards. Evans trying to keep it in, and it is kept into the Oilers zone. Gets to the middle of the ice. McDavid stops in front of his own net. Left side to Ekholm. He'll fire it to the net, and it was picked out of the air by Evans. Otherwise, it was probably going in.
That kid's got a lot of skill.
Yeah. We're into the last minute here in the third. Oilers up by 1. Gord in over the blue line of the Oilers for Cartier. Now around to Beniers on the left wing. Got it to the left wing corner. Cartier lost it to McDavid. He'll get it to the line. Kept in. Evans will shoot it wide of the Edmonton net. Cartier out of the right corner to the blue line to Borgen. Now to Evans. Left wing to Beniers to the blue line. Evans walks to the middle. Drops it to McCann. His shot. And that one off the arm of Rodrigue. And it goes out of play. 27 seconds left to go in the third. Edmonton up by 1.
Be interested to see who Chris Knobloch puts out here. I would have Derek Ryan and Noah Philp as the options center.
Philp's won 8 of 10 in this game in the faceoff circle. And he's going to take this draw up against Beniers.
Well, if he wins this draw and the Oilers hammer it around the boards, close out the game.
They tie up. Puck goes to Stetcher, off the glass, hit Evans, it comes out. Philp at center ice, looking for Derek Ryan. It goes off of him and into the Seattle zone. 15 seconds left. Borgen, long pass up the right wing, got it to Stevens, centering pass, and just missing Gord, but Gord ran into Rodrigue, and a penalty coming up.
That's two goaltenders. Yanni Gord has run over here.
Well, Gord didn't run over Pickard. It was turned out to be Philp, but Gord
was involved in the hard net drive on the play.
So Rodrigue's going to be all right, but
the Oilers are going to improve to 2 and 3 in preseason here.
As the face-off will move down the ice, and with 7 seconds left, Oilers are looking pretty good right now. Power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Grubauer returns to the net. O'Reilly to take the draw. Goes in behind the goal. Olofsson will hold on to it, and that's it. Game ends. Oilers win this one 5-4 over the Seattle Kraken to get their second win of the preseason. They will congratulate Olivier Rodrigue on a job well done. Oilers were down 4-2 at one point in the second period, and they're able to battle back and get the victory here over Seattle. Results don't mean a whole heck of a lot in the preseason. Evaluation most certainly does. And a good opportunity in this game, I thought, with fairly equal lineups.
Yeah, it was a good ability to truly assess things.
Exactly. It just makes it a lot easier. When you have one team that has a veteran-heavy lineup and the other team doesn't, it makes it really difficult. From both sides, quite honestly. This one was more apples against apples, and as a result, you get an entertaining game, which this most certainly was. It wasn't the most tightly played game defensively, but that doesn't mean it can't be exciting, and it most definitely was. The Oilers get the win here, 5-4 over the Seattle Kraken tonight. Raphael Lavoie's goal at 17:07 of the third period holds up as a game winner, and Edmonton victorious over the Kraken. We can head downstairs. Brendan Escott standing by with Vasily Podkolzin.
Now, one of the goal scorers tonight. Vasily, just start by describing how you would evaluate that game overall. What did you like about the effort from your group tonight?
I guess it's a good tight game, so we keep getting ready for the season, and it's been close to ideal, but we need to be more stronger with the puck, be stronger defensively, and we'll be okay.
How much more comfortable do you feel now with a few games under your belt in Oilers colors here?
It's every game. I have some more confidence, and I feel more comfortable here, and we try to understand each other with line mates and with teammates as well. I have a great support here and a great teammates as well, so I think we'll be ready for the season.
Yeah, what left do you think you have to show the coaches here in the final couple of preseason games?
It's a good question. I guess just my game, what I can do better, just try to score, try to play strong, try to play useful on PP or PK, doesn't really matter, and just keep getting confidence and keep playing hard.
Thank you. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys?
All right, thanks very much. Brendan Escott downstairs with Vasily Podkolzin. Podkolzin picks up a goal in this game that tied this game up in the third period. From Vasily Podkolzin, the former Vancouver Canuck, coming over to the Oilers, what have you seen from him so far?
For a 10th overall pick, he's a strong skater. He's not explosive. I don't think he's, I kind of recall, you know what, here's the thing. He's not playing with guys that are focused on getting them the puck for one-timers, and that's part of his game is he can really shoot it. But the fact of the matter is he is competitive and he is physical. He can certainly play in the league as a bottom six forward. Obviously, the Canucks thought they were going to lose him on waivers. That's why they took the fourth from Edmonton. Edmonton needed to replace Dylan Holloway. And, but Colson's going to get that first opportunity as fourth line left wing. That's what I've seen out of Colson. I think it's got to be stated that Noah Philp sees, 98% chance he goes to Bakersfield since he didn't play last year. He ended up 9-2 in the face-off circle.
Picks up a goal, goes 9-2 in the face-off
Kills
circle.
penalties.
Yeah, and does all of it at a high level.
Yeah, another good game for him.
It's really impressive.
And Lavoie, Lavoie did what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right? He did a little bit what you need to do. Raphael Lavoie, and he needs
5 shots on net he had in this game.
And he was rewarded late, and that helped Edmonton get the win. I think the top dogs are probably a little bit. It's got to be an awkward thing for. We're going to see Draisaitl's line, we know for sure, coming up. So we'll be looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it, absolutely. Edmonton gets the win here tonight, 5-4 over the Seattle Kraken. For Edmonton, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Noah Philp, Matthias Ekholm, Vasily Podkolzin, Raphael Lavoie had the game winner. Mike Hoffman had a couple of assists, 2 assists for Derek Ryan in this game. And it was Olivier Rodrigue, should be stated, came into this game 11:58 in after Calvin Pickard got run over. And Rodrigue went the rest of the way, stopped 19 out of 22. And he picks up the victory. Goal scorers for Seattle, Jacob Melanson, Edward Shala, along with John Hayden and Ben Myers. And the Oilers get to win this one. They improved to 2-3 in the preseason. 5-4 the final. Oilers over the Kraken. Our Rogers post-game show. It's coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers post-game show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
Puck brought in by Hoffman into the Seattle end. Now to Lavoie. Lavoie off the left side. Shoots. Scores! Raphael Lavoie goes 5-hole on Grubauer. And the Oilers have a 5-4 lead.
And that is our highlight zone tonight for Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport at Century Mile. Welcome to the winner zone. The game-winning goal from Raphael Lavoie. Edmonton defeats Seattle 5-4. The Oilers are 2-3 in the preseason. This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Blue-collar work deserves big-dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Left wing corner, McCann gets it out to the middle, and fanning on it was Cartier. Left side, McCann has it in front of the net, off the stick of Beniers, right to Rodrigue, and he'll scoop it up with the glove and hold on.
Access Insurance, Alberta Oil Field and Construction contractors can count on huge saves when they need it the most. Visit AccessInsuranceGroup.com. We are in the Rogers postgame show. Rogers is a proud partner and fan of the Edmonton Oilers. The Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments and no interest for a year. Edmonton comes back and wins 5-4. Here's Rob Brown's thoughts. Rob?
Well, I thought that a lot of Oiler depth players showed up tonight. The Oilers' first line was okay. The Oilers' first pairing had its good moments and its off moments, but this was a game tonight decided by their role players, guys fighting for a spot. I thought but Colson was very good. Lavoie scored a big goal. I thought Derek Ryan was excellent in this hockey game. Noah Philp. There's a battle right now for the fourth line, and I think there's 5 guys in the running. I think Podkolzin, Ryan, and Perry are probably the one that's going to start the season, but Lavoie and Philp have earned an opportunity to play there as well. And I think all 5 of those guys, well, Perry not as much. The other 4 guys I thought were excellent in this hockey game.
Yeah, Philp finished with 10:34, 3:47 on the or 3:17 on the PK. Robbie was 9-2 in the face-off circle.
Well, Derek Ryan, I think, is a step above the rest of them.
Sure.
I think as a veteran player, he's smarter than the other players, just because of experience. If you play on the 4th line, in my opinion, you've got to also offer something else. You can't just be a 4th line guy, because if you're only playing 5-on-5, you're going to get 5 minutes a night. So you got to be a penalty killer. Podkolzin tonight, penalty killer, scores a shorthanded goal. Noah Philp's capable of being a player that plays on the penalty kill. He's smart. He's got good hockey IQ. There could be a scenario at times this season where Philp comes up and plays center. Ryan moves to the right, Podkolzin's on your left. The problem for Raphael Lavoie is he's not on your power play, not on a penalty kill. So if he plays a 5-on-5 game, he's only getting 5-6 minutes. That's where Podkolzin or Philp would probably have a little bit of advantage over him as a player. But Philp was good. He makes smart plays. Podkolzin plays with energy and is physical. Those are things that you need on your 4th line. You have to be, if a 4th line player, you've got to be dependable, that when the coach puts you out in any situation, he knows he's going to get an honest shift out of you. And that's what I think those 3 players especially give you each and every time they're out there.
Rob, are you surprised? We've played 5 preseason games now. We've not seen, and we fully expect Skinner and Arvidsson to be with Leon Monday against Vancouver, but we've not seen that line together yet.
Well, yeah, I was surprised. I said that on the Monday when the split squad teams. I didn't understand why Leon Draisaitl stayed here in Edmonton and his 2 line mates went to Calgary. I know they were saying they had to practice the power play, but you don't have to practice the power play. This power play would have got a better practice against their own penalty killers than they would have against the Flames team that was sent up here. So yes, I am surprised that Leon hasn't played with his 2 new line mates. These are 3 players who've never played together before, coming from 3 different organizations. I would have expected to see them in an exhibition game by now.
All right, great stuff, Rob.
Sounds good, Bob.
Smart Play of the Night brought to you by Cutelli Smart Pasta with all natural ingredients. It's a smart move for your next meal. Look for the box the next time you shop. We'll give it to Derek Ryan, +3 in the night. Brilliant setup, shorthanded for Vasily Podkolzin. That was the game tire. And then the Oilers got the game winner from Raph Lavoie. Edmonton beats Seattle 5-4. This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't deke past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
You're tuned in to the Rogers postgame show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 630 Chance, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
Let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Here we go. LA wins 3-2 over Anaheim. Florida 5-4 overtime victory over Carolina. Matvei Michkov scores a GWG and OT for the Flyers. They beat the Bruins 3-2. Columbus all over Buffalo 6-3. Toronto 2-1 victors over Montreal in a game in which Patrick Laine suffers a lower body injury. St. Louis, a 3-2 overtime win over Chicago. Nashville pounds Tampa 6-0. Calgary, last score we had, are up 4-2 on the Vancouver Canucks. That's late in the third. Earlier today, Rogers Place, Edmonton Oil Kings 4-1 over Calgary. Tonight at Rogers Place, the Edmonton Oilers beat the Seattle Kraken 5-4. This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Chemco is building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority, it's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PB sent you.
All right, let's go to the Molson Cup 3 Stars presented by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian Ultra, Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. You must be of legal drinking age. Third star tonight. In under 11 minutes work. 9-2 in the face-off circle. 3 minutes on the PK. Scored a goal. Noah Phelps. Second star tonight had the game winner. Raphael Lebois. First star tonight, a goal and 2 assists. Matthias Ekman.